Okay.
I'm just patient.
What?
And nothing's ever gonna bring me down.
You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever bring you down. You're the best around.
Nothing's ever
Gonna bring you down.
Whoa. Fight to the top.
I didn't know you were gonna
Never
do the whole
stop.
thing.
Can't give up
till you reach the top.
Fight.
You're the best in town.
Ha.
Listen to that sound.
A little bit of all you got will never bring you down.
My ribs already. You're all right, LaRusso. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Welcome to Lights, Camera, Cocktails. My name is Jason.
And I am Zenobia.
For those of you who know us, welcome back.
Welcome.
She's already got me crying.
Because here on Lights, Camera, Cocktails, we pair amazing cocktails.
With amazing movies. And if y'all can't tell by the way we're dressed, we got an amazing movie for you.
Or how we feeling. We about to be fucking. I can't even.
I know. Don't put your hands up. I feel like you're already ready to fight.
I am ready. You got. Don't you
spill the drink.
Don't you spill the drink.
Truth be told, guys, we're sober right now.
We're doing good. We're about to start this.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
I mean, I'm never truly sober. I'm California sober, I guess.
Nice. All right, I'm sober right now.
So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I know you're ready.
You've been patiently waiting.
I have literally.
But I am ready. We're starting a little late tonight. It's hot, but thank God we got headbands on. So
we ready. Let's go catch the sweat.
Absolutely.
Okay. You picked this movie.
I did pick this movie.
So tell everybody what we're watching.
We are doing The Karate Kid, y'all. If you don't, well, not everybody sees us on the interwebs.
You should.
We are doing The Karate Kid. You should, because one of us is Team Miyagi-Do. And one of us is Team Cobra Kai.
I am.
And that's not to say that my allegiance is to Cobra Kai, but, you know, it's a nice contrast.
I like it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I don't know about your ass, but I'm ready to drink.
I am ready to drink. That's
see
why
that flag?
I did. I was going to, grab it with a chopstick or something right now. I was like, I didn't want to interrupt. If that motherfucker comes back, I'm going to catch him.
If you could get it with chopsticks, you can accomplish anything.
True. I don't have any chopsticks, but I will snatch it out of the air.
You still can accomplish anything.
Thank you.
And I do love when I catch it. And I open it up, and I'm like, oh, it either flies out or is squished.
Yeah,
and you're like,
gotcha,
I
bitch.
did it. Oh, and then you're like, ew, I did it.
You don't, do the Brandon Fraser from Encino Man, right?
No.
Good catch.
Okay, so.
What are we drinking?
We are drinking the Banzai!
Banzai! Banzai, Daniel-san.
Banzai! Okay.
Not close enough.
So I went through a lot of
This is nice.
things for this drink, okay? First off, I didn't know what to pick. And I wanted to keep it Japanese, so I wanted to use something sake or Japanese whiskey or something.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was a lot of other drinks. There is a drink called the Banzai, but it was with a lot of things that I didn't know what they were.
Okay.
So this is my rendition on it because it's kind of like a spin on a mojito.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
So I put 6 to 10 mint leaves.
I like what we're
half
saying.
an ounce of lime juice, and then I did a half an ounce of Saint Germain. Now, if you don't have Saint Germain or don't like it, use simple syrup instead. But,
Okay.
That was my simple syrup.
When you were doing that, I was like, is she cutting it with water?
This is club soda.
Okay.
That was made by Edwin's soda machine today.
Oh,
So I didn't have to buy it. Thank you, Edwin.
Edwin, producer.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fancy Pants himself.
And then you're going to do an ounce of sake and then
Sake.
a half an ounce of Midori. And you're going to shake it and you're going to top it with club soda.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to shove bunch of men in there because it's a bonsai.
Yes.
So, yes, this was coming up with me and Edwin bringing our brains together.
Okay. It's real pretty. I like it, honestly.
So we're going to see.
And there is no single one that is the same as the other, just like the bonsais.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, the green reminds me of the drink that they drink in Revenge of the Nerds 2.
Oh.
Where Booger puts it.
Yeah. No.
But I'm sure this is better than
I
that.
only put just a little bit of the Midori in there.
Okay. I thought just a little bit of Booger.
Just a little booger in there. You see it's floating.
Is it ready?
All right.
Cheers. Cheers, baby.
Cheers, Matthew. That's really good.
That's nice. As soon as I get past the mint.
I haven't tried it. I just came up with it in our heads.
Okay. That'll play. I like that a lot.
Refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
With a hint of the sweetness. I'm glad that I used the Saint Germain. I can taste it, and it's good.
Were you going to go with something else?
It's just plain old simple syrup because I found that there's a sake mojito that is just, instead of rum, you use sake. But I wanted something. I found another one that was like a something kick. I can't remember, but it had Jaeger in it, and
Please don't. Please don't.
I know you have not recovered from your Jaeger.
Please don't.
So I'm gonna let that one rest for a while before I attempt to bring it back.
Okay. Can I dunk my mint leaves, or is that disrespectful?
No. Okay. Mint leaves as garnish is good as for like the smell.
Okay.
It helps bring the mint smell, but it also is good for the drink. I slapped them so there's like nice oils on them and you can dump them there.
Gotcha. So I can't, because like right now,
you like mint?
it's just tickling my nose
I
as
know.
I take a drink.
There was a point. The only reason is because I named it a bonsai, and so it's
Okay.
like I needed some greenery in the drink.
It's pretty, but I want to dunk my bonsai.
You dunk it.
Let me borrow your.
Bonsai.
All right. Speaking of bonsai, y'all mint leaves can take a dive. Oh yeah, there we go. All right.
That's really good.
That's nice. Good job, sis.
Look at that. Came up on that one. Okay. So you ready for a little bit of her story? Oh my God, we did that like really
Nice.
fucking nice.
It's a little in vogue-ish right there.
I love that.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about sake.
Sake.
Okay, so I've been waiting for us to do something for me to put sake in.
Well, have we never used sake?
No, never.
Okay.
I text you guys.
That
and I was
means we
like,
haven't done The Last Samurai.
Nope.
We haven't done Kill Bill,
Nope.
because I would think immediately like sake for those two movies.
At least for part 2.
Is that the one where she meets Hattori Hanzo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
Of course, I go to Tom Cruise first. Sake!
we have not done anything.
Okay.
And to be real with you, I haven't drank much sake.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like with you guys a couple times.
Yeah.
But like really, sake is just not something I know anything about.
Okay.
So you knew I had to like get my heart straight on.
Got you. I'm
So
excited. All right. Let's learn
when
about
we
it.
use sake again, there will be so much more fun facts because there is so much.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm not even gonna break down how to like even make it. I'm just gonna break down some history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so sake is said to be from Japan
Mm-hmm.
or China, depending on who you ask.
Interesting.
Okay.
Is that why we find it at K-Town a lot when we go for barbecue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because like it says, some say that like 9,000 years ago China was making it,
Okay.
and like I don't know, 25,000 years ago, Japan was making it.
Okay.
So it depends on who you ask.
For sure.
But today we're focusing on Japan.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this.
because that's like their drink, like they're known for that shit.
Yeah, and this reminds me of the movie itself. This may be from part 2, but Mr. Miyagi tells Daniel like where the karate came from, and it came from.
that's part 2.
Yeah, it came from China technically, because his grandfather or great grandfather, whoever it was, many generations ago, was a fisherman. Strong wind, strong Waves strong sake. And then he got lost and ended up on the coast of China.
Yep.
He came back with a wife and the foundation of Miyagi Family Karate.
Yes. So, but in real life, so Japan, at this point in Japan's history, they were kind of starving.
Okay.
And so they were like, okay, well, let's start making some rice and we'll like bury it underneath water and then it'll grow and then we'll, and so they did all that and they had a gang of rice and they stopped like starving. People were like, yes, people are employed, people are eating, people are happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happens when everything's like that and you have like extra rice and you're feeling full?
You don't know what to do with it, or you throw it out?
No, bitch, you make booze out of it.
Okay,
And
I was like,
exactly
did they
what
stumble
did.
upon it, or did they do it on purpose?
No, you get bored, high, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
You're like, let me figure out what the fuck I'm going to do with this. What can I make out of this? And so that's kind of how sake got, like, its thing. It's from, like...
So it derives from rice.
from rice. It's made with rice.
Nice.
A lot of Japan's alcohol is made with rice.
Mm-hmm.
But sake, that's, like, what it's known for. It's made from rice. And so... the first time that China met Japan, they came over to Japan and met the Japanese, the thing that they were talking about is like, oh my God, all of the rice wine is like another name for sake is what people call it. Even though it's kind of made more like beer than wine, but like,
Sure.
yeah, they call it rice wine. So people wrote down when they met them was the Japanese were born to love wine because they were over here just throwing it back. Drinking games. There was drinking games apparently that they would take the sake bowl and they would put it on a a little boat down the river, and you'd have to write like a poem before the boat got to you. And if you didn't, then the cup of sake passed you and you weren't done writing your like poem, you'd have to drink the sake. So that's like one of the first.
I would
drinking
purposely
games.
not finish my poem.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
what?
No, I'd always be in the front.
The
so I'd be
punishment
like,
is finishing.
Finishing.
You finish
Yeah,
the
but
poem,
after
you
like
don't
the
get to
third,
drink the sake.
the third, fourth one, you're like, fuck.
Oh, were they just constantly going
I
down?
guess I would think that it would be more than one. If we're gonna all line up here.
These dudes got extra sake and extra boats, and they got bored.
Another thing is that people would drink sake when they were mourning. It's a ceremonial thing.
Of course.
So Mr. Miyagi, it looked like he was drinking whiskey, but he probably would be drinking
Yeah.
sake.
You're talking about when he's drunk and talking about his days as a soldier and losing his wife.
Yeah. So traditionally he would be drinking like sake, I would think. But he probably drank what he had on hand, man. I ain't mad at you,
No.
Mr. Miyagi. Okay, so we're going back. I mean, we already pretty far back, but in ancient times,
How far are we going back?
making sake was a woman's job. And they were all women brewers. And they were good with the yeast, and they were good with the rice, and they knew how to make it. And basically, they created the foundation of sake making to the point that, like, a brewmaster was named
I like that.
what?
Just the name Brewmaster. How you doing, Jason? Brewmaster.
Well, you know, a brew that is.
I know. I want the label though.
I want the label.
You would get the label faster than I
The
would.
label. But like a brewmaster back then was called a toji.
Okay.
I am so sorry, my Japanese listeners, but toji, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. And it meant lady or madam because that was their job. Bad madam bitch makes the fucking sake. But she, of course, you know how men be. They didn't want us in there, and they kicked us out of the brewery. Not you.
Can I tell my side of the story?
No.
Can I tell my side of the story?
No, because the ancient men.
I didn't make shit, but she could have gotten me some sake.
I love it. Yeah. So once they kicked the women out, started making their own, they came up with a saying.
Just like a Eddie Murphy uncle thing. Like, get out of the way. You don't know how to make no sake.
No, yes. And then they did it so much where they were like, you guys can't come in the breweries, like, at all, bitch. And what they would say is the legend is to let a woman enter a brewery and the sake will be sour. So
They soured up the sake?
they said it's because our periods would be in the way. Legitly, these are some of the things.
Wow.
We bleed too much to be around sake.
Keep bleeding, keep bleeding away.
Just start crying. Yeah. So being all period, we weren't allowed to be in there. There is a female sake goddess, but she's the only one apparently allowed to be at the brewery.
The goddess of sake.
There is a goddess of sake.
Suck
Of course.
it to me, baby.
I want to go to her temple. Like, where do I go to get the sake?
Gotcha. When eventually we buy a house and you move in and you and Ashley start cycling together, I'm gonna make you a mixtape and some sake.
It's a sake. I like it. Love it. Please. Thank you.
Okay.
So, yeah. So the goddess of
Y'all aren't gonna
sake-
let me in.
No, you have your own. You have your own room. You're gonna just be.
I'll
at.
be in the office dojo.
Yeah. Exactly. He's just sitting there fighting.
Letting out my frustrations. These women won't let me in the house.
Okay. You keep getting me off track.
I'm sorry.
The goddess of
Sake.
sake, she is the only one allowed at the brewery, women-wise, because if you bring another woman there, she'll be jealous. And
She
so
sounds
that's-
hot.
She does sound like a hot bitch. Like you
Like
desperately want to be her
Aphrodite
friend.
of Japan.
Yeah, something like that. I do not know if this is still the practice where women are not allowed at the brewery. I did not dive into that. I will the next cycle that we cycle. Ooh, when we come back to sake, I will look deeper into that.
The
But
red sun rises.
but so for our new sake drinkers, I have a couple of things to do when you drink sake. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. We're not doing it right now.
Okay.
But okay.
I'm still gonna drink.
When you are serving sake, you serve it palm down. So you would serve it like this, not like this, like holding it from the
Not
bottom.
like wine.
Not like wine. And wine we do pour it from the
Where you
bottom.
put the thumb.
You put the thumb in the booty hole. Is there a booty hole
In the
here?
wine hole. No,
There
there's
is no booty
There's
hole.
no
yeah.
booty.
So yeah, you don't thumb it. You hold it from the top and you pour it. To be extra respectful, you pour it with two hands. Okay.
Okay.
Number 2, when someone is pouring you sake, you hold you hold the cup.
Okay.
So don't just set it on the table and have them pour. You hold it, okay? And to be respectful, you hold it with two hands.
I did.
You did.
I
You
did.
definitely did without me
I
saying
went
it.
thumb palm up. Is that wrong?
There was no. I believe it feels like the palm. I think it is the palm and the hold, but like that's how you hold it when you pour it.
See, and this kind of shit matters. Like
It does.
We were talking to Ashley's aunt the other day because we're getting ready for our wedding
Uh-huh.
and we have our tea ceremony, and I'm learning how the tea and where to hold things.
Yep,
and
all
that
this stuff matters.
Matters.
So that when we go to Japan, we don't look all kinds of stupid at the sake bar.
I'm gonna look stupid, but it's gonna be because of the sake.
Not at first. We are not going to look stupid. We'll look stupid later on. Okay, so the sake. Also, you pour sake for someone about 2-3 times, and after that, you let them pour their own.
Gotcha.
You don't have to just constantly be the bartender.
Okay.
Okay. When you pour the sake into someone's cup, you do not fill it to the top. You fill it 80% full. Okay. This is so that because you know how like when you get it, you get like the little bowls, right?
Sure.
You get the little bowls and you get the little canteen. Oh God, I feel bad because I don't know the real names for these things, but like the little that it goes in.
So disrespectful.
I am really. I'm all trying to tell you how to be respectful as I'm disrespectful over here. Please forgive me. This is like 2 days of research. Please help me, okay? So when you pour it into it, you don't want to fill the little cup up all the way because if you do and you bring it, you're gonna spill it.
Okay.
And you don't want to spill it. 2, Also, the reason why the cups are so small and you're not supposed to fill it all the way is because sake is supposed to be served at certain temperatures depending on what the sake is.
Okay.
So, when you're at a restaurant and they give you warm sake, cold sake, whatever, and they pour it into the cup, you kind of need to like drink it at the temperature that it is. So they don't give you a big glass of it because they don't want it to get cold
Or warm. Gotcha.
depending on what it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. So it's so that you can appreciate it in the condition that it's made for.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
I see.
All right. So number 4.
Which suggests why they call it more of a wine than a beer.
Because yes, it does make sense. Okay. Number 4. When you order another sake, you give me another sake to me, and they bring you another sake, right? And you have both of the little canteens sitting there, and you have the old one and the new one. It is very disrespectful to pour it into a new one.
Yeah.
Because the temperatures are different.
Yeah.
Back again to the temperatures, they're different. So you want to finish the one that you have and then start the new one.
Old business is old business, and new business is new business.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't, marry your shit. Which
Okay.
I feel like Americans, that's exactly what we would just go to. We're like, yeah, just pour it in there.
Savages.
Can't do that. At least not in Japan. Don't do that.
This explains Homegirl's face in Last Samurai when Tom Cruise asked for sake, and then he just takes the whole bottle and starts chugging it and spilling it and like everything, and she's just like appalled.
All disrespectful.
So
Okay.
goes, "Bro, get this motherfucker
This white boy.
out."
So, number 5.
Oh.
This is the last one. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to. So when we know, we know. Okay, so do not shake or look into your bottle to see if it's empty. Okay? So if you're not sure, just pour it into the cup. Don't look into it and be
I didn't
like,
know
let
that
me
was a
see.
thing.
Or shake. You know how you just shake something to see if it's like empty, how much more you got left in there?
Okay.
That's what we would normally, do. But don't do that because it is a vulgar act in Japan.
Okay.
And it changes the temperature of your sake inside because you're shaking it and cooling it down.
They're big on this temperature thing.
Big on it.
Don't do anything that will disrupt the temperature.
Also, for some reason, it's vulgar. I guess, looking, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But that's what I learned. There's a lot to be learned, and it has been learned by all of us.
Bonsai.
Bonsai! Yes! And this drink slaps. I like
That's
it.
a good ass drink.
I like it.
It's getting better with each taste.
Thank you.
No, I'm just saying, the deeper I get, I'm not even into the motherfucker yet. Back up.
I think because it settled a little bit after you got to stir it a little.
You know we sell this.
You know I do sell these.
That's too bad. I just stopped drinking yesterday.
Y'all stay out. Okay, so
I'm sorry.
I don't know about you, but are you ready
What am I ready for?
for the motherfucking drinking game? Yes, sir. And we got Smashy here.
Oh shit!
She's coming in hot.
Here we
She's
go.
coming in hot.
God damn.
Okay.
I'm already buzzed.
All right. Banzai! Banzai!
Okay. Hold a sip.
Okay, you're liking this drink.
Hold on.
Shit.
It is good.
Wait, I just
good.
have to say before we start the drinking game, I'm making up for my lack of gun skills.
What?
I got a little prize at golf and stuff. Okay?
Oh shit!
Pew pew. And I forever
Now you
have
can't
that.
make fun of me anymore because I got my.
I can.
Yeah, but if
I'm
you
still
fire
doing
it, you're
it.
not gonna know what. You're not gonna know what sound is gonna come out.
Exactly. Woo! Okay, all right, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm
We're
just
good.
happy I have the pew
Give me that
pew forever.
Pew pew.
Forever. It made my you guys, it made my day for weeks, and then she put it on Instagram, and then it made my day again.
For another week.
I can't get it.
I fucking hit it too.
Chopsticks?
I was gonna get it, but it was like on your face.
Yeah, it was too good. You were like, you put the. I knew it.
What movie is
It's like
that?
you put the hit me in the face.
All right.
There's a
all right.
movie where somebody does that. They get the fly like.
Like Home Alone.
I don't know. All right, I'm
Okay.
gonna use this
We
if
ready
I
to
don't
start
like your
drinking?
drinking game.
Oh
Oh,
no!
pew pew.
All right.
All right.
Here we go. All right. Yeah. Take a sip. Every time Daniel flirts with Allie.
Allie.
Like, were you trying to show her how to like kick
Wait,
the...
which Allie?
What do you mean, which Allie?
Allie with an I or Allie with a
Allie
Y?
with an I.
Okay.
Who's Allie?
Which Daniel?
I am
With an L.
with an L. Okay, yeah, they flirt a lot.
Yeah,
Teaches her to
they do. Yeah.
play soccer.
Yeah.
I mean, he tried to flirt with her.
Dude, she was making it so easy for him.
No, she like kicks the ball, like, oh, okay, bye. Like she was trying to get rid of this.
Bye.
Oh no, we'll get into that, but I have a theory on that whole section.
man.
Oh no,
All right.
run fast.
You're gonna take a sip every time Allie rejects Johnny.
Uh huh.
I just want to talk,
Oh, I want to talk to you.
or
We've been over this. I don't want to talk.
I want to call a truce.
Dude. Ever do that to me again?
Dick,
Dude, she's fiery.
I like
I
it.
love her.
Whoop his ass.
Mm-hmm.
She's the Karate Kid.
In front of her parents, like she don't give two shits.
Right? Her left hook. What you think? You sprained her wrist doing her nails?
You're gonna take a sip every time New Jersey is mentioned.
No. Newark, New Jersey, just
Yeah.
in general. Because they talk about that shit. Like, can we just go home? Why can't we just go home and forget this place? Does that count?
No,
No.
it has to be say New Jersey.
Okay.
New Jersey, yeah. Yeah,
You should
but
have
Newark
stayed
counts.
in New Jersey.
Newark counts.
I know it's from New Jersey. Because I am from New Jersey.
Oh, do
I
you
know my own kind.
Yes. Okay.
Take a
Trip back to Newark, Daniel? Nah, he wants to learn karate.
Alright, take a sip every time Daniel is doing any sort of training.
Whether he knows it or not.
Oh yeah, like painting.
I'll allow it.
Yes.
Because at first he doesn't know.
Correct.
So painting, cleaning
remember
the
deal.
car, sanding, and
Because Naomi loves her training montage.
I do,
So it'd be
I
a
do,
challenge.
I do. Oh my god,
Dude, it's so picturesque. He's on that boat traveling one way and he's just like doing his shit.
I don't feel like he'd be able to do that.
I mean, it was him doing it.
That wasn't him.
That was him.
Huh?
It might
Ralph.
have been him, yeah.
Ralph.
They may
Machio.
I don't know. Maybe they
Machio.
weighted the boat down. Maybe it was on a string. I don't know.
For safety issues.
Yeah.
Sandbag.
That's
on the
true
other
because
side.
when he's kicking the waves and learning balance, he's falling all over himself.
Well, I mean, you've been in the ocean.
We trained.
Even the
Oh, believe
professionals.
me, I did that shit after I saw the movie. We were in the water, trying to stay up while the waves are coming down.
I mean, I do
It's
that
hard.
every summer.
It's hard.
I got one more trip in me before the summer's over.
Yes.
Bam, bam, bam. Okay,
You're gonna take a sip
simping.
when 80s Jam is playing.
Yes.
You're the
Young-
best!
I already did that one.
That's not what I was gonna say. Young heart runs fast, driving down the road. Amen.
I like Cruel Summer personally.
You guys,
Jesus.
I don't know if it's on the soundtrack or not
Why is it not on the soundtrack?
because we.
I think it is.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
No, because on Spotify's playlist, it is not available.
Spotify
on
be
any
fucking with
of the soundtracks that you look up for Karate Kid motion picture soundtrack. That
Because
song
I
is not
forget,
on there.
I keep
And
forgetting
it's
it's
definitely in the
It's
movie.
there until I hear it in the movie.
Right.
Yeah, when he's riding his
Because
bike across the
anytime that
floor.
I've been
Right.
listening to the soundtrack, it's not on.
It's not on there.
Yeah.
What happened?
I think they
Really?
didn't have the rights.
They didn't have the
Damn.
rights. It was a big jam.
It was a big, yeah.
Well, they brought it back when Cobra Kai came out series.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, well the
Thank
song
you,
was
Leo.
the song was older by then.
Aw, thanks, Leo.
Yeah, our buddy Leo is the composer for Cobra,
Cobra
Kai.
Kai.
I didn't tell you that.
I guess you have.
Yeah, have we?
Yes,
Okay.
yes you have.
Did I tell you he was nervous as fuck before he booked that job? Because he was
His
working
first-
on a show, and it had finally. Gotcha, bitch.
Did you get?
I got it.
Beginner's luck.
Man who
You will
gets caught
begin a luck.
Beginner
can accomplish
luck.
anything.
I guess that means I can accomplish anything.
All right, well, let's see if we can accomplish the show.
All right.
Okay.
First.
You're gonna take a simp when you hear Mr. Miyagi's signature Asian flute music.
Oh.
Sorry. Gotcha.
You did. I almost spit it out. I want to spit out my bonsai. Because as soon as you said it in my head, I heard it.
Dude.
I almost spit it
If
out.
you heard me when we were watching movies today, I kept giggling to myself
Because you knew what was coming tonight?
because I kept hearing the flute. I'm like, that's a drink.
There is quite a few.
All right, take a sim anytime Daniel is bullied, which is a lot in the beginning.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this
Don't
is
touch it, punk.
So this is the beach fight
Yep.
scene.
Yes.
This is him coming home from seeing his mama and they pushing him down the hill.
Yep.
This is Daniel trying to
Getting
be
beat up
all
by
cool.
a bunch of skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to be cool, and then he beat up by skeletons until Mr. Miyagi came and saved his fight. And then
What about when they throw an egg in his hair?
I don't know. Is that one of
Sounds
them?
more like fun.
I wouldn't have fun
No,
doing
because
No.
everybody was getting not everybody.
it. Not
but
everybody, but like, yeah.
He was just going down the road. If you were there, you were there.
Okay. What about when he is
When she.
is at school with Allie and he's talking to her, but her friends are there and they're always giving him a hard time.
That counts as bullying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say
He
so.
gets bullied a lot because he's a new kid.
Yeah, like
I don't care.
friend
Okay,
is a
okay.
bitch.
I don't know if I count that as bullying.
I think so because like she's giving him no play whatsoever when she first meets him. This is my friend. I'm charmed.
Well,
And then immediately,
Do you
when
remember
talks,
high school?
he talks about his bike. Then it gets her attention. Oh, maybe he does have money. What kind of bike do you have, Daniel? Suzuki, Honda, what?
you can't be, you can't be thirsty off the bat. You
Yeah,
gotta
but
be
you
a little.
can also not be a bitch, and she was being a bitch.
I don't know. The bitchy girls always have dudes. Apparently, that's what they like.
I don't know.
All my bitchy friends, straight up
Always
got
have
But
dudes.
then
Always
once
have
she
dudes.
learned what social class he was standing in, she was a bitch to him again. Afterwards, he didn't know that she punched him. I'm just saying.
that was
She's
all.
never been anything but nice to you.
That was all misconnection because
Sure.
if he would have stood up and been like, "What the fuck you doing on my girl?" then he would have found out everything.
Mm-hmm.
But she should have never been that close to being even like.
Well, he was humiliated though.
He was.
Yeah,
So
he's
he
sitting
was.
there with a bowl of spaghetti on his chest.
I mean, all the rich people in town were laughing at his ass. I mean, yes.
So he
Yes.
couldn't find out. He made an ass of himself by making an assumption.
Yeah, that wasn't her.
But her friend knew the whole story.
Well, you know
and
what?
Still didn't divulge.
she's the only one who did because he was running around here looking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what they say? Young hearts will coming on the road. Okay.
All right,
Mm.
keep simp. We're gonna take a simp when a Cobra Kai code is mentioned.
Oh.
Do you remember them? Any
Strike
of them?
first, strike hard, no mercy, sir.
Hey.
Hey.
Do
Oh, I
know?
forgot there was a
I don't
Is it
know.
the
Let
enemy?
me check. my
Oh,
notes.
yeah.
Let me check my notes.
I don't
Strike
remember.
first, no mercy. What is the enemy does not?
Enemy deserves no mercy.
There you go. Yeah. Take a simp.
Dan faces you, he is enemy.
Take a simp when Mr. Miyagi says Daniel-san. So
Daniel-san!
Oh
Daniel-san!
shit, that's a
A
lot.
lot.
Come here.
Yeah.
What?
Wait. Okay, let's see if you can say any of Mr. Miyagi's lines. Take a sim every time Mr. Miyagi speaks in 2-word sentences.
After.
I was thinking of that
I see you two would say the same one.
Same.
one! Yeah.
Same. Father teach.
Father teach.
Wax on. You can go on.
Wait,
He says all offense. Remember deal. Same you, same me.
yes, there's a lot.
No, you
There's a
have
lot.
sweetheart. Different, but same.
Same. Dude, that means like half his lines are just the other half. This is awesome. Okay, good.
All right, take a scent when Mr. Miyagi makes a wise or proverb-like statement.
Okay.
Just what's he say? Just because you have license doesn't replace
Doesn't replace
ear or eyes.
mine. Yeah.
Or I don't know. He be dropping jewels in
What's
the
the one about
Absolutely.
his belt?
Oh, you
Canvas, you like?
319
Yeah.
at Sears
JCPenney.
or JC Penney's.
Okinawa belt no matter.
Something like that. Take a sip every time Mr. Miyagi says hi.
I
Hi.
He does it a lot, and I love
Hi.
it.
love
It's
He's
just like
simping a lot.
You did get us a simping. We go
Yeah.
simping since
I
been
told you.
simping.
I went through this earlier and I had to cut a couple out.
Hey. Take a sip when Mr. Miyagi has to correct the pronunciation of his name.
Miyagi. Understand perfectly. When he's robbing homeboy at the tournament, excuse me, it's pronounced Miyagi, not
Take this
Miyagi.
belt, bitch. Take it.
Take the,
She's like, oh. Where she at? She
got
just puts
it,
it.
got it.
Got it. Let me put it on my sweater vest and head on into the tournament. Okay.
Alright, take a sip when Mr. Miyagi kicks ass.
Nice.
So,
Wax on.
so is this him like fighting Daniel?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna
that-
say, yeah, when
yeah.
he shows him everything.
Every time he basically every time he fights.
Okay.
Okay.
So it counts when he finally reveals what he's been teaching him.
Mm-hmm.
Show me, paint the fence. Yes! Thanks! Thanks!
That's like okay.
That's
I know.
like his face spot on.
Thank you.
Like-
Thank you. That's one of my favorite. I know he doesn't. He's not making that noise, but that's exactly the noise his face is making.
Of course. Yeah. Mr. Miyagi's
And
back.
then when he gets it, he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Come back tomorrow.
It's like, "Yeah, I'll come paint your fucking house. Let's go. You need your shoes waxed. Wax on, wax off. I got you."
Are you gonna take a sip when golf and stuff is seen or mentioned?
Yes.
Where do you wanna go?
Golf and stuff.
Oh, I guess we're going to golf and stuff. Let me check out that slide next time.
I know.
We don't have bathing
Aw.
suits.
No hearts beat
We need.
fast.
Fun fact: if y'all go to golf and stuff, and you want to get on the boats,
Bumper
the
boats.
bumper boats, you have to wear closed-toed shoes.
Yeah, we found out that one the hard
No
way.
sandals, my
That's
friends.
sorry,
Not
it's
cool.
not in our series because Zenobia and I had sandals on.
Okay, wait. Can we just? All right, you guys. We went on a field trip. We went to golf and stuff.
Yes.
It's not that far from here. We
Nope.
were like, okay, let's go. And we went and we played games, and we
We won some prizes.
won some prizes.
Shit.
Me and Jason got like 500 tickets in one game.
Uh-huh.
Boom. And all 500 tickets went to get her little mini
I
gun.
thought like 150.
Went for the little
No,
gun.
I got some Laffy Taffies. I ate them already, though.
I
I,
got-
said I was
Ate that
going to
Laffy
save it, but I
Taffy.
ate it.
I got some cat ears.
got that Laffy Taffy.
A Pac-Man keychain.
There you go. Finish your first drink when Daniel has his first lesson, how to take a fall.
Oh, when he learns his first lesson.
He
Oh.
learns his
Yeah.
first lesson.
He wants to learn karate. Well, here's your first lesson, how to take a fall.
He
It's a
fell
long
down
fall.
Yeah. Ended up with a runaway zit on his forehead. It's gross.
He threw his bike away, man. It was serious.
Stupid bike. Now, do you think he's really mad at his bike, or is he putting on an act for his mom so that his mom doesn't know?
No, because she wasn't there at 1st.
Mm-hmm.
He was there. He was mad. He threw the bike away because every time he out and about, they gonna find him. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he like he said, I'm probably safer on the bus, which he
Safer
probably,
on the
which is
bus.
true. He would have been safer on the bus, but
I don't know about that.
he's just mad.
You see nobody? I get fucked up on the bus.
Okay.
But I mean, I think he was just. I don't even want to be here. Just
Yeah,
get
he
rid
was
of
definitely
everything.
just hit his limit at
Yeah,
that
he was
point.
done. I can't even go have dinner with my mom without coming back and get my ass beat.
And Mr. Miyagi likes to eavesdrop, apparently.
as
What's
do
always
I.
happening in front of his door?
I know, that's convenient.
I
Convenient.
have a lanai balcony to the streets.
Mhm.
And I am constantly out there peeping and listening to people.
That's why you wanted your Ivy.
I
so
want
you
to
could,
see, they can't see me, but I can see them. And I hear them, talking on the phone or like over the muff. Okay, not my. I'm not over the muff. Let's just clarify. So,
Jesus.
the best way to use tickets.
so I understand on eavesdropping. If you gonna do it right outside my window,
Yeah.
outside my door,
Who's that creeping up my window?
I'm gonna listen.
Yeah.
Because if something pops off and the cops come knock on the door, depending on who you are, I'm gonna say what I seen and what I saw. Yep.
She did it. Okay.
All right, we're almost there. We're gonna finish your second drink when Danielson catches fly with chopsticks.
Nice.
Like you just did with your hand.
Yeah.
With my hand. With these two.
Beginner's luck.
Shit. I've been lucky for the last, I'm not going to say how many years then.
Okay.
All right, and then you're gonna finish your third and final drink when Daniel does the crane kick. Do-do-do. Was that how it played?
Oh, I was following directions.
Is the crane kick illegal?
If do right, no can
Is-
defense. Fuck no, it's not legal.
It's not legal?
You can't kick, no shots to the face are legal.
She says no punches to the face.
Who says that?
The girl was Allie.
Okay. I mean, and then you look at episode 1 of Cobra Kai, he straight up says it was an illegal kick.
Oh, well, if Cobra Kai said it, then it must be true.
Well, it's been a debate for the last
I know. Forever.
40 years.
Forever. No, I know. Before Cobra Kai came out, that was a
That was a big debate. Who's the real Karate Kid?
big... Are you asking me? Allie. She knew the rules. She's got a strong left hook.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's a real Karate Kid.
She's definitely a fighter.
We
For
didn't
sure.
even get to see.
You know.
She should have been in the next Karate Kid. It should have been her.
Allie?
Yeah.
Elizabeth Shue?
Yeah, that would've been
Absolutely.
great.
That would have been fun.
All right, and that's Smashley's drinking game. Oh, yeah. Do you guys have any
I do.
any more to add
I got
to
something.
the list?
You got
Oh.
something?
Let me think.
Do-do-do.
Take a simp every time the mom mentions like palm trees or a pool.
No, that's a good one.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
that.
you like winters, huh? You like frozen toes. You like strep throats.
She would have got me. She would have definitely got me like
Come
pool,
on, my darling
Yeah.
son.
palm trees.
Yeah.
Come. And I would have been like, yeah. But once I walked in that motherfucking building and I saw that pool,
Mm-hmm.
she would have never heard the end of it.
No, please
Would-
don't say anything about the pool. I'm going to call first thing in the morning.
I'd be like, Mom, fuck you, bitch. I was expecting to jump in the pool right now. We've been on the road for days.
I would have fixed it myself.
I had to push this fucking piece of shit car across the country.
Which begs the question, what was Mr. Miyagi doing before Daniel got there? Because nothing worked.
Yeah.
The sink didn't work. The pool didn't work. The fence he had to kick open.
I mean,
He was working on his bonsai trees.
Catching flies. Like, dude.
what the fuck was he
Mr.
doing?
Miyagi
Why aren't you
was
fixing my pool?
He was waiting. He was phoning it in until something was worth it.
He's sitting here with a
goddamn.
fucking koi pond in his backyard, and I can't, and I
He
don't
was
have no
working on his
pool,
house.
and I don't have no damn pool. That's some bullshit.
Damn.
Bullshit.
Point.
Got you, Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi, you did
You
it
want to add
well.
more?
I do. Yes. You gotta take a simp anytime you hear the word bonsai.
Maka
Bonsai! Mm.
I got the last bit of it. See, I listened. I didn't shake it. I didn't test it. I drank it.
Good job.
Ain't no sake left in that bottle.
Ain't
in that
none.
glass.
Mm-mm.
All right. Very good.
Are you ready for another one?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I think that's the drinking game.
It's a drinking
Alright.
game.
All right. Bonsai.
Bonsai! Okay. Thanks, Ashley, for our drinking game, and we will smash responsibly. I feel like I said that wrong.
I like it.
I like it. It's done. All right. Pew pew. Okay.
I even scooted the bench over. She still made me sneak a cheek.
It's all right.
She just likes your booty cheek. Oh, I don't
Why
know.
she leave it numb?
All right. So let's do the stats.
Hit me with the stats.
Karate
Hit me
Kid.
with your best shot.
I'm.
Anything above the waist is a point.
Okay. Tap. Gotcha, bitch. Right in the nip too. Huh? Sorry.
I feel like this is slanted. This ain't fair.
Okay, The Karate Kid came out June 22nd, 1984, baby.
This movie is older than me.
This movie is old.
Oh, wait, no, it's not. Sorry.
Shit.
Why you got to tell everybody?
I didn't say nothing.
Okay.
Cut that part out. Bleep it. Bleep it.
The budget was $8 million.
Back then.
Translated in 2023 money, it was $23 million to
Shit.
make this. And it made $91 million. Translated in 2023 money, that's $266 million.
10 times its budget.
Made.
Fuck yeah.
So it made money and it made sense.
Bro. Somebody give me $23 million to make a movie.
Can we just have 8?
Give me one. Watch what I do with it.
Can we just get the bottom? Okay. So, Rotten Tomatoes. Are you ready?
I guess.
Critics. 89%.
Okay.
So they fucks with it.
Uh-huh. Well, sometimes a movie is just undeniable. It doesn't make me like them any better.
Oh, is that where the
Yes.
saltiness is coming from? Okay.
It's not from lack of admiration for the movie.
Of course.
I love the movie.
You chose this, so you're the reason why we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Audience. 82%.
What?
Oh, you real salty
That
now.
surprises me.
You thought it would be what?
Yeah, audience are usually higher.
What did you think it was going to be?
I would have thought it would be like 94, honestly, based on what the critics said.
Okay.
I feel like this is a bunch of angry people like, no, he's not a real Karate Kid. Johnny's the real Karate Kid.
Oh, it didn't say which kid. It's whoever kid you want it to be. They're all kids,
Nice.
right?
Okay. Barney Stinson believes that Johnny's the Karate Kid.
I know. We could go into that.
We will go into
We'll
that.
go into that.
We absolutely will.
Okay. The ZZ Fresh.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
92%.
Okay.
I do think that Daniel's son karate is whack, and that he would have definitely got his fucking ass beat.
I'll tell you this.
Johnny was way better at it. And
Johnny was way better, but neither one of them had any martial arts training before this movie.
and I could see that.
Yeah. But Johnny William Zabka did have experience as a wrestler. And as you can see, he's more of a natural athlete.
Yeah, they kind of pulled Ralph out of and
Pulled him out of
he
the
did a
outsiders right out of the burning
job.
building.
He did a great job. His serious scenes, you're like, I feel you.
Yeah.
Like the dumpster scene with the bike, like we
Stupid
were talking
bike.
about, totally felt.
Daniel! Nothing.
Yeah, you just
I
feel
felt like your ma.
Yeah, you just see a teenager just trying to deal with the shit. So I get it.
Sure.
But his fighting was kind of whack. And I don't understand why they dress Allie the way that they dressed her.
That I have.
We
an
were talking
issue
about
with.
that, and the
We were
more and
talking
more
about
I
that,
kept
yeah.
looking at it, I just kept going, she's too cute for that.
Mm-hmm.
She's just too cute for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's California. She should have been like a more hipper.
Absolutely.
funner.
It's almost like they were trying to hide her curves. She's a curvy girl. You cast her. Let her be what she's going to be. Especially if she's a rich girl from the valley.
Yeah, she
like-
wouldn't be dressing all her colors were muted.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like big and baggy. I mean, I don't know what people were wearing in 1984 because I wasn't even born yet, but
I can't speak
I
for 84,
can't
but like I can have
say.
memories of like 88.
I can't say
know.
that that's...
But I can speak for like every other movie during that time. Like look at Molly Ringwald in The Breakfast Club.
I get
You
it,
know?
but she even wore like bright, vivid colors.
Yeah, and let's be honest, Elizabeth Shue has a much curvier body than Molly Ringwald.
She got them
but
titties, yeah.
they accentuated Molly Ringwald's sexuality and they dulled it down for Elizabeth Shue.
Because if Johnny, the most popular badass dude, is your ex, that means you had to be some hot piece of shit too. Because hot guys don't date smart girls in high school.
Sure. Now, that being said, Allie had a lot of character, a lot of charisma. You want to like this girl.
Yeah,
You know?
I do.
And she has a great moral compass.
I told you she's my Karate Kid. I'm starting my own campaign.
Okay.
Party of one over here for
Okay.
Allie.
She's
with
the
an eye.
next. She should have been the next Karate Kid.
Yeah, I told you. They missed their chance. They missed their chance.
Absolutely.
I would have watched that. So what is the J joint?
I'm gonna stick with 94. You know, there's definitely a couple of things that could have been improved upon. Looking back in retrospect after seeing this movie literally 50 times, probably more in my lifetime.
Probably more.
But at the same time, you can look past any mistakes in this movie because it's so fucking good.
It is good. It still holds up.
Absolutely. As an adult, you still get goosebumps watching the movie. You know, you still want to root for the underdog. Johnny Lawrence.
Running down the road. All right, let me make you another drink,
Hell yeah.
and you can start talking about whoever we're about to start talking about.
We can start talking about the king of the underdog, speaking of which. Mr. Director John G. Avildsen.
Okay.
We've talked about him once before.
Yeah. We have.
We have. In a little known movie called Lean on Me.
Oh, okay. I mean, yes, of course. Duh.
I'll wait till you finish with the ice.
I'm sorry.
Danke.
You're the one who wanted to drink.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't apologize for anything.
as you should. It's gonna be.
I look forward to these every 2 weeks.
All right, I'm gonna make one big ass batch,
All right.
and we're gonna make this happen.
Okay. So, John G. Avildsen is the director of this movie. He is director of Lean on Me. He is the director of Rocky and Rocky 5 and Karate Kid 3.
Rocky 5.
Don't hate on Rocky 5. I love Rocky 5.
Rocky 5.
Yes, I know Tommy Gunn isn't the best actor, but
Okay, one.
God rest him, he was a hell of a fighter,
You know I wasn't gonna even go on the fucking.
and he's a lot better actor than Antonio Tarver, who was in Rocky 6.
I mean, if you were, it doesn't matter. Neither one of those are bang to me. Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you a secret. John loved the script for Rocky 5, and a little known fact: Rocky was supposed to die at the end of Rocky 5
Like in the street fight?
Yeah, after the street fight, he was supposed to die in the ambulance with Adrian on the way to the hospital.
But then we wouldn't have Creed.
I'm all right with that. I stand by it. Don't hate. So,
I am gonna hate. Hold on, go back.
let's go back.
You're okay with not even the first Creed?
The first Creed was okay. It was acceptable. It was good. However, it was forced, and Stallone had already said bye to the franchise.
I get it.
That's what Rocky 6 was. They put a stamp on it, they closed the door, and it was done.
Yeah.
And
but
now, even Sylvester Stallone refuses to watch the latest Creed.
Well,
Because
I
that's
don't
what
care.
the producers have done.
I get that. All
Okay.
right. But
So this has got nothing to do with Michael B. Jordan.
I wasn't
It's got
even-
nothing to do with
kind of with the third one.
No, because he's already said that he would be happy to do another one with Michael B. as long as the producers aren't involved.
Oh well.
See, the producers are the ones that bastardized it. I'm on Stallone's side on this one.
Look,
So they took it out of his hands. The man who created
I get it. They did that a long time ago.
You
It's been
wanna
out of
talk
his
about
hand
it.
forever. But Creed 2 was awesome.
I'm trying to remember it. Creed 2 was good. I wouldn't call it awesome.
All right. Well, let's move on.
You said Come on!
Come on. You want to fight?
Come on! Wait, little no more.
Come on. You ain't going to be punking me when we 40. I'm telling you that.
I'm gonna be
right
40 soon.
now. I'm telling you that right now. Well, don't be punking me.
So he also did a couple of movies. This dude is the king of the 80s. But there was a couple of movies that not everybody knows about, but I recommend you watch if you're in the mood for some great heartfelt 80s movies. One of them was called For Keeps with Molly Ringwald again.
I play for keeps.
Yeah. She's a teen mom in this one. And the other one is called The Power of One, which is a somewhat boxing movie set in 1940s Africa.
Okay. You just got
Two
Africans fighting each other.
fantastic movies. Now, that being said, my dude won Best Director.
For
Rocky.
Rocky.
The first one.
I know, wrong Rocky.
And he turned down part 2 because of the producers.
Well, these
See,
guys
so he
suck.
knew about Irwin Winkler and the other dude way back in the day.
Don't put it over here.
But, you know, Stallone was just stuck in it ever since, which is why Stallone ended up directing Rocky 2, because John said no. And it had to do with disagreements with the producers. So them two own the rights. Yeah. So that's Mr. Avildsen. He has 4 kids. They are all actors.
Have
He
we
has
seen him?
yes. He has a tendency of putting his kids in his movies.
Oh, shit.
So he put his eldest son in Lean on Me. I don't know who it is, but his name is Anthony. I was hoping you might remember who Anthony is.
He's probably one of the white boys.
Fairly side by the side.
He's like, it needs
needs
to
work,
work.
fellas. Needs work.
That's probably who he was. That's the only people I could think of.
Okay. And then he put his other son in Karate Kid Part 3. He plays Snake.
Is he a cold-hearted snake?
Nah, he's the chubby
Look into
one
me, son.
with the curly hair.
Uh-oh.
So Part 3 is the one with Mr. Silver.
Yeah.
And then he hires Mike Barnes, Karate's bad boy, to beat
Oh.
Daniel's ass.
Okay.
And Snake is his like right-hand man. Anything you need, Snake will get for you. So
And
that was him.
How many kids? You said 4? All
He's
4
got
of them?
4. His daughters are younger, and I think they're getting their career started now.
So he needs to do a movie to sneak him in.
Well, unfortunately, he passed away in 2017.
Oh, snap!
Yeah, and that was of pancreatic cancer.
Oh.
And the fucked up part about that is he died 1 month before a documentary that was about his life was released, which was titled King of the Underdogs.
Could he be making these movies?
Mm-hmm. Because all of these movies are underdog movies.
So-
Even The Power of One and For Keeps are underdog movies.
Did it come out?
Yeah. It came out in 2017. So I want to check it out. I want to see what it is all about. Because I love these movies. I love Karate Kid 3. I love Rocky 5. I love Rocky 1. I love Lean on Me. And I'm sure there's other ones in there that he's done that I would also love to watch.
Rocky definitely is coming on that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how many
I don't know
Oscars is that one,
when.
dude?
I don't know when, but it's coming to a podcast near you.
There you go. That's nice. So, cheers to Mr. Avildsen. May he rest in peace. King of the Underdogs.
I do have one. So he had to fight for a scene to be in this movie.
Which one?
The Mr. Miyagi anniversary scene. they wanted to cut it because it was slow pacing of the movie and it was slowing it down, and they were like, who gives a shit? And he was like, nah, like, we kind of need to see it, which
We need to care.
otherwise he's just some mystical
You see what
Asian
producers
man.
do?
Yeah. I can definitely see it does slow down the traction of the movie. But if you don't do that, then he is just some magic man that can just magically teach you karate by making you paint his house.
Sure, but also
But
a
this
movie
shows
can't be
you-
all right.
I get that. But it shows backstory, and I do personally believe that without this scene, the part 2 wouldn't have happened. We would have never went to Japan to
Agreed.
learn more about him because we wouldn't have cared.
Absolutely.
We do care. We're like, ooh, what's going on? Your dad, who's a fisherman, can teach you how to fucking kick ass, and you lost your wife and your son, and you also lost your best friend and your fucking girl you're supposed to, like, all the shits that was supposed to happen, like, we get because of, like, that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And it got him nominated for an Oscar.
Absolutely.
So it definitely shows that, like, sometimes you gotta fight for a scene.
That infuriates me so much. Because I think about that and I think of my movie, and like I got people telling me to shorten it even now. I was like, no, you have to tell the story. However long it takes to tell the story properly is how long it takes to tell the story properly.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody thinks about whether it's an hour and a half or 2.5 hours. What they care about is were they intrigued the entire time. And if you skip over things like that anniversary scene, then you don't care as much about the wisdom that he bestows on Daniel later.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I
Producers.
agree.
I sound like Billy Walsh. Suits suck.
Can I give you a fun fact?
Hit me with your best shot. Actually, don't, because you already have. But this ain't Fight Club.
It's another fighting movie. You ready to get hit?
No.
Okay,
We've
so
already agreed. You're all right, LaRusso.
the real Karate Kid was not this movie.
Elijah Wood?
Elijah Wood. What? He's the real Karate Kid?
No, there's a movie called Green Street Hooligans where they talk about the Karate Kid, and it's based on Elijah Wood's character's exploits.
Okay.
So they're just lying because he can't really fight.
Okay, well, no. This is off of, it used to be a comic book, a DC comic book called The Karate Kid.
Okay.
That came out, I want to say, through the 60s and 70s. And it was about, like, some Japanese kid whose dad was, like, a mob boss. But the kid was a superhero. And he was a karate kid. I don't know. Never read it.
Is that where the script came from?
Definitely not. The script
Oh.
actually came from a story of a kid who was being bullied all through school, and so the kid took karate lessons, became a black belt, and nobody bullied him no more
There you go.
because they about to get no one can outfight him.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah. So the writer read this article, and he also did karate for years and years, and wrote this story based on his experience of meeting different people in the dojo, and this kid's experience getting his ass beat all the time. So
Who do you think is the best fighter among the teenagers?
Johnny,
You think Johnny's the best of like all of his boys, Daniel, everybody?
it's either him or the crazy dude, like his crazy friend who's like always really like.
Dutch or
Yeah.
Tommy?
Which one's the one?
The one that's like yelling in the background?
Yeah.
Put him in a body
The
bag.
body bag dude.
No.
No, who?
It's Dutch.
Dutch, the other dude.
Chad McQueen.
Okay.
Yes. So Dutch is played by Chad McQueen, aka Steve McQueen's son.
Right.
And he studied under Chuck Norris.
Well, then he better be the best.
Exactly. So he was
the Chuck Norris.
He was 24, 23 when they filmed this movie. But he, as I watch him and the way he moves when they're actually in the tournament, he is the one who clearly knows what he's doing. His stance, how relaxed he is, the movements that he makes. And one of my favorite kicks, the hell with the crane kick, the one that Chad pulls off is much more impressive because he does a backwards roundhouse kick and then immediately comes forward and catches Daniel in the face.
That's because he's been
Because
Chuck
he
Norris.
knows what he's doing.
Chuck Norris, his homie, was like, "Look, dude,
Exactly.
I'm training you for a movie you don't even know you're gonna be in yet."
Oh, and what had nothing to do with the movie?
No, I know,
He was
he's
just,
just
he's Steve
training.
McQueen's son, so
He's just
close
bored.
personal friends with Chuck Norris. No big deal.
He lives down the street.
Exactly.
He's just like, "Hey, Chuck, if I give you a couple $, will you show me some moves?
Mm-hmm.
Can you teach me some moves?"
And you see when Chad is fighting Daniel, he switches stances. He goes from a southpaw to an orthodox and back and forth. And then as he's like, they're circling each other and clocking each other, he's the only one that's moving correctly. So I believe of the kids, Chad McQueen is the best martial artist
Okay.
at that time. And so he's the one that I wanted to talk about because we can't cover everybody. So we're going to talk about the mains. But I did want to touch on him for that reason, as well as I do respect him because while he does still act on occasion, it's not his main focus. He is a car guy. Mm-hmm. He has done like the Daytona something. I'm not familiar with that stuff. I do know that he's done the Baja races down in Mexico, and that he owns his dad's previous cars from the movies. So he owns his 2 Porsches. The one from Bullitt does not exist anymore, but he does have a replica of that 68 Mustang Fastback from the movie, which I took a picture in front of. So when I told my mom that I was going to be an actor, one of the first things she did was buy tickets at the Cinerama Dome of the 50th anniversary showing of Bullitt. And that car was outside. And she's like, "Come on, get in front, take a picture." I was all apprehensive. I was like, "I don't know whose car this is." "Just get in front of the car and take a picture."
Oh, you hadn't seen the movie?
No, this was after the movie,
Oh.
but I didn't know who owned the car that was sitting out front. Turns out it was Chad McQueen's car. So we saw
Okay.
them in the audience that night.
Okay.
Lastly, I will say my dude has a strict policy to never do any projects that have to do with his dad's work. So, like, he turned down The Blob because it had to do with his dad, and he also turned down the TV series reboot of Bullitt because it had to do with his dad. So, like, everybody's, like, wants to hire him because he's Steve McQueen's son rather than because he's just a good actor. Like,
Okay.
I thought Dutch was awesome. He's one of my favorite characters in the movie.
Who is he?
He's the one with the blonde hair. So he's the one that bullies him in the locker room. So they're like, "Come on, make a move." Points or no points. You're dead meat.
No, I thought you said in Dutch.
No, his name is Dutch.
Oh,
His character's name is Dutch in the movie.
I thought.
Who's this?
I thought that you were saying Dutch, like the movie Dutch.
No, I love that movie.
That's what. And I was
That's
like,
Ed O'Neill.
I was like, who the fuck is he in Dutch?
You okay?
No, I guess not.
Skin it. Skin it.
You gotta do it slow. Okay. All right, I'm back.
So
why does his hair look like that? Why is he trying to be like a Keith
Bleach
Sutherland?
blonde. I don't know.
He's like the.
He would have been great in Lost Boys.
He looks ridiculous. Yeah, definitely. He is probably really scary. He seemed like I wouldn't want to fuck with him in the locker room.
Yeah, he's a dangerous guy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But, thinking back to Steve McQueen, these guys were just, back then they didn't just have actors that just like went to acting school and never had any life experience. Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, all the guys from that era had a life. They experienced life, and that's why they are able to have the eyes that they do. So I would not be surprised if Chad McQueen had a lot of life experience before he did The Karate Kid, especially since his dad was gone by this time.
Okay.
And shit, and trained under Chuck Norris, he's caught a foot to the face or two.
He's got a foot to the face. You're ridiculous.
Let's be real, he's not a flincher.
He He seems
Like Ralph Macchio, while filming this, might have been a flincher. You never know.
he definitely was running out of that ring real quick. He's like, one more and I'm giving you a point, bitch. Stay in the box.
I like William Zabka says that in part 1 or season 1 of Cobra Kai. He's like, I got a room full of flinchers. How many of you have never been hit in the face? Everybody in the class. Unflinch this group. And then he walks in his office and everybody lines up. Bah! 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 And it's the girl, the girl with the glasses, she hits everybody in the face.
Yeah, I want to hit people. I don't want to be the one getting hit in the face.
The girl's a natural cobra.
I'll fucking. You say I'll be like, sorry guys. He said I gotta give you one of these. Okay.
Little knuckle sandwiches.
Are you ready for a little bit of fun facts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in the scene when they leave New Jersey and they of the whole town,
When they're driving out.
they leaving, and the kids are following.
The one
them
time
down.
they don't have to push start the
They
station
don't.
wagon.
They should have. This would have been the best time. They
Come
had-
on, LaRusso.
They have the whole ass.
They got everybody
neighborhood
out there.
so they should definitely have just had them push it. But the neighbors who chased down the street to wave goodbye to them were real neighborhood kids,
Really?
and they were around because they were shooting, and
Okay.
and you know how kids are, they get in the way, and they were fucking with the crew and shit. So they went to them and were like, "Hey, we'll put you in the scene if you guys just leave the fucking crew alone and let them
Nice.
work."
I love it.
And they're like, "Okay," so they got to just
That's awesome.
wave goodbye to them.
Because the funny part is, one of those kids is Judy. You remember hearing Daniel say bye to Judy when they're driving off.
Oh.
So I think it's the little girl with the glasses and the little bob cut.
Is she prettier than Judy?
She buries Judy. She buries Judy? Judy ain't that cute. Come on.
But Mama had to play
Judy looks
play ball when she was
like 12-year-old version of Melanie Griffith in Working Girl.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say anything about Melanie Griffith, but Judy looks like a secretary.
She do. Like she's gonna take your messages for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Miss Lucille?
Lucille Ball. I'm just joking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't have any fun facts on her, so let's
I don't got any fun facts, but I do want to talk about a couple of things. First and foremost, that Randy Heller plays Lucille, a.k.a. Daniel's mom. I never realized that she was the one being yelled at in the restaurant when the lady was saying, "Lucille, let's go, here they come."
Well, yeah, that's her job.
Well, I didn't know, like, that made no sense whatsoever. Like, bitch, why are you yelling at me? I'm here talking to my son on my lunch break. Like, they set it up as if she was on her lunch break. Apparently, it wasn't.
She probably wasn't.
And, like, who was coming? Was it, like, the boss?
Maybe
Was
like
it
a party.
investors or something?
She had a big party.
But also, who yells like that in a restaurant?
You supposed to be doing your job, not chit chatting with your son.
But if you're in a restaurant, you come up like, can I steal your mom away for a second?
That's true.
No, like,
That's true.
It didn't make no sense to
It
me.
was too. It just had
It's just too open.
It just had to show
You
the
might say.
urgency of.
Meanwhile, they're all spotting him. Oh, yeah, we're going to follow this motherfucker.
But like, why did she move all the way to L.A. to like
for a better job. Yeah, exactly. Well,
But
you
she's
see her
serving-
character. Her character's impulsive.
She's serving
You know,
tables.
that's why they were talking about computers, because his mom got a job out here working in computers, which in 1984 that was the rage. If you
No.
get a job in computers, you have a future, is what
She
they were
works
selling.
at that restaurant, right?
Exactly.
She says, "This is way better than working computers." That's what she says.
Yeah, because they moved out there. If you remember, Daniel tells Mr. Miyagi when he's fixing the sink, "My mom got a job working in computers."
Then why is she working at a restaurant?
Because she had to get a job to pay the bills in the meantime while she was training for computers. So she ditched the job with the computers to work at the restaurant because they offered her a better deal. But this suggests the impulsivity of his mom's mindset.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What the heck? This lady? Is this the lady?
Yeah. Randy Heller. She got 94 TV and film credits.
Does. She has beautiful hair.
Yeah, she's been in well, I won't say everything, but every show you can think of for the last like from 1970 to like 2000. This white.
That's
It's a white
white.
show.
That's
She's-
white.
She's been in it.
I like that you threw that in there because you'd be like, she wasn't on Good Times.
She
or
wasn't
some
on the
shit.
Jamie Foxx show, but
She does have her hands and everything. She was like in. Like,
she was on Mad Men. You know.
Melrose Place.
Uh-huh.
ER. Family Matters. Coach.
You see what I mean?
Yeah,
like
she was in the Clueless TV show. Chicago Hope.
Mhm.
Jack and Jill. Felicity. Dang, you're right. She has with
It's all
Drake
of
and Josh.
killing it. Killing it, Randy.
Judging Amy. Crossing Jordan.
And currently, obviously, she's playing Daniel's mom in Cobra Kai. So season 6 is coming out soon.
Desperate Housewives. The Mentalist.
Stop.
Modern Family. You're so right. You're right. You're like, she been in everything. And I'm like, yeah, she been in everything. But we kind of named a lot of shit. You know? Big shit.
She's been in all of it. You know, and she's got a very original, like, character.
I didn't see Grey's Anatomy. She missed Grey's Anatomy. I feel like that's...
Everybody's been in Grey's
That's
Anatomy.
what I'm
You telling me she
saying.
hasn't been in that? I thought everybody in Hollywood's been in that except me.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Well,
Yeah, I don't
either
see
way,
that
you see what
there.
I mean.
She's in there, though.
You had to find one, didn't you?
Oh, I'm wrong.
She's in Grey's
I'm wrong. I passed it. It was after Batman. There you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she was in it. Oh, I didn't see SVU. That's another one.
Dun dun. Oh, it's getting hot.
It is getting hot. But she does a great job. I like her. She
I love her.
shows up in all the other Karate Kids and shit.
I feel like she's the mom that other actresses based their mom characters off of after this.
She was a cool mom.
Mm-hmm.
I liked her. She
I
was an
always enjoyed
80s mom.
I always like compared her to my mom. It was like
'Cause she-
they had the same hair, just
she
different
also
color.
was an 80s mom.
My mom was an 80s mom, for sure. You know, so they had that similar, like, poof hair back then. My mom had the same glasses.
The bigger the hair, the closer to God. I got some
We did
pictures-
drive a station wagon for
I
a
got
while.
some pictures of your mom.
Uh-huh. Me too. I remember the station wagon. We had the station wagon that had the back seat, and then it had the seat facing the back.
Yeah,
So
I
you
like
can, like,
that.
see the cars coming at you.
Yeah.
It's like, this is fucking weird. I got car sick like that.
Yeah, not everybody could do that.
No, it made me feel weird.
It made me feel weird.
Plus, my mom would wear those like throw like things over the shoulder things that Lucille wears in this movie too. But she's more of an artist. I feel like she paints in her like spare time or something.
I paint in my spare time.
Yeah, I know. You good. It's just like I feel like she just gives off that personality.
Artistic.
Like
Yeah.
she's gonna retire up in like the Bay.
She gives me the, like, she paints, and then 6 months later, she's like, you know what I want to do? I want to do sculpting.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, another 2 months, she's like, I'm really into knitting right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she gives me.
Demi Moore's mom and Ghost and shit.
Okay.
Up, down.
So, this movie was shot more or less in order.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So they started in Jersey,
yeah.
then they went straight to the beach.
Yeah.
Or to the apartment, you might say.
The apartment, yeah. They pretty much, I mean, I'm sure here or there might have been some not in order, but pretty much,
Okay.
which is rare. So
That is very
I like
rare.
hearing that.
That's interesting. I wonder how they were able to do that. Because, like, when you shoot a movie in chronological order, it gets more expensive. Because you have to, I didn't get it on that one, come back to locations that you've already been to, which means you have to hold those locations for a longer period of time. Did they do that? Or did they like, okay, we're going to start here, then we're going to move to the apartment, we're going to shoot all the scenes that have to do with the apartment, then move on to Mr. Miyagi's house across the railroad sort of thing?
I feel like, well, the first little chunk is at the apartment.
Captain Chunk.
Is at the apartment by the pool in the shed. Like, so you could do all that in like, a week or two or whatever. And then you got after that, then he goes to school. Like, I feel like
Sure.
there's ways that you could have made it work because a big chunk of it is at Mr. Miyagi's house. So you would just
That's
come back
true.
there the next day.
Yeah. And then there's like just little like splinter things like at golf and stuff or at Allie's parents' house.
Yeah.
That's literally a one night thing.
Yeah.
I got you. I see.
I don't know. I'm just thinking, but that's what I read.
Ideally, like for the actors, it's fantastic to do it that way, and you get a much better performance. But it's pricey. It's pricey to do that stuff. You want to talk about Mr. Sensei Kreese?
I guess.
Don't hate on him. I'm gonna tell you something you might not know.
Don't care.
Martin Kove is a very nice man.
I believe that.
I met the dude. Why, you ask?
No, but tell me.
So glad you asked. Martin Kove is a Playhouse West alumni.
I walked
Gotcha.
right into it.
Yes.
Walked right into it.
So I want to say 2016, 2017 or somewhere around there. So as you know, a number of Playhouse West alumni come back to Playhouse West to do plays every now and then. And so Martin Kove decided that he wanted to do a play at Playhouse West. So while he was doing that, I came to see the show because I was a current student there at the time. This is the one time that Ashley didn't join me to go to Playhouse West to see a show. And guess who's sitting 4 seats away from me? William fucking Zabka.
Oh, because they're homies.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know where he studied, but he's sitting 4 seats away from me. And even though I said hi to him, I didn't say much more. And the very next year, Cobra Kai comes out.
You said hi to him?
I said hi to him, yeah. But I didn't like go into detail and be like, dude, I've loved you, since the 80s or anything like that.
You are a piece of shit.
If I would have told him,
Every
dude,
fucking thing I see you in, you are a douchebag.
I
And
would
I
never.
hate you. But
he's both of them are incredibly nice people.
But you as a person is probably amazing. But your characters are trash, and they make me feel a certain way.
All that means is that Martin Kove and William Zabka are great actors. That's all that means. I'm gonna tell you a quote from William Zabka Labor.
They are great actors.
But damn it.
Damn it if their characters are douchebags.
Well, more so like, had I known that they were in the works for the Karate Kid reboot, I've been like, dude, I've been studying martial arts since I was a kid. I'm a Playhouse actor. I'll do anything in this thing. I could have been like Daniel's cousin or something. I could play Italian.
You pass for
You know what I mean?
Damn. It's okay.
It's okay.
You can start your own Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
It'll be.
I could have been Stingray. I worked at Home Depot for 15 years. I could have played that role.
Okay. So
No,
what
you
else
got to
have
ask
learned about
Oscar nominated actor to play that role.
How dare? How dare?
I know, the nerve. But anyway, Martin Kove plays Sensei Kreese. He is a Playhouse West actor. A lot of people recognize him from this or from Rambo, First Blood, Part 2. Yes, he's the one that Rambo punches out at the end.
Oh, okay.
Right before he's like, nothing is over!
That's because he's an asshole.
Yeah, he plays an asshole. We talk about this and how the nicest people in Hollywood tend to play assholes on screen.
So what if you're just like kind of nice and you're kind of an asshole? Like what?
I don't know.
Do you play good?
I'm kind of nice and kind of an asshole.
You're mainly the asshole, but I get that.
I walked right into that, didn't
You
I?
did? Oh, yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
But okay.
Yeah. That's Mr. Martin Cove. Dude's got 235 credits to his under his belt, you might say.
Under his black belt.
Under his black belts, he's got 3 of them.
In real life?
In real life. Real life, he's got 3 black belts.
Did he have that before?
He did. He had a black belt in Kendo, in Okinawa Te, and Tiger Kenpo Karate. And he also did another movie with William Zabka called Shoot Fighters in the 90s, where he actually fights.
Not just beating up on little kids.
No, or, trying to fight Mr. Miyagi. I give you a fun fact, unless you already know this fun fact.
I might, but give it to me.
He really hurt his hands in his fight with Mr. Miyagi.
He really hurt his hand.
Yes. So when Mr. Miyagi's outside and he's like, "Oi, let him go," and he ends up standing in front of the cars and he punches through the windows. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
So when Martin Cove punched through the window, the glass was supposed to break. The special effects people had it rigged. However, their timing did not sync up, and Martin Cove really did punch through the window on one of those takes.
And he broke his hand.
He fucked up his hand, yes. But he kept filming, so they finished the scene even though he fucked up one of his hands.
Okay, depending on how bad it is. I would have been like...
I don't know, but that makes sense because when they come back in part 3 and he's feeling for his hands, he's like, yeah, make his knuckles bleed. So he's probably remembering how special effects fucked up on the day and he really had to punch through a glass window.
Wait, that happens in...
At the end of part 1 and at the beginning of part 2. So they filmed it when they shot part 1, but they used it in part 2.
There we go. Okay, because I was like...
Because at the end, they
literally just
they
watched
end
part
on
2.
Mr. Miyagi's face.
Yeah, there is no outside car. But then as you were explaining it, I was like, yes, that this happened.
They really shot it, but they didn't use it until part 2 is what happened.
Well, I like it in part 2. I know, you got me all hot. Sitting
I
here.
feel like Robin Williams and Hook when the little fairies are shining them. Pick them up. Pick them up. Move them down. Move them on down. Pick them on up. Pick them on up. Move them on down. Ain't no time to celebrate.
Ain't no time to celebrate.
You are holding overweight.
Okay.
Okay. Last thing I'm gonna say is he just recently did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and he did Death Race before Jason Statham did. They did it back in 1975, and so
Ooh.
Death Race is a reboot of his movie
Reboot tag.
with Stallone. That was his first movie with Stallone before he did Rambo.
Okay. Well, are you ready for a fun fact? Let's talk about the real star of this movie.
Who's the real star of this movie?
It's Mr. Miyagi's house.
Oh. Okay.
So Mr. Miyagi's house is located in the San Fernando Valley.
Yes. I thought you
And-
said star of the movie is the Valley.
It is the valley. It is
Reseda? I'm from Reseda.
Reseda. So next to it, it has the train tracks and the oil rigs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fake, not real. It was just an empty plot of land. And
They built that shit?
Yes.
Wow.
And now there is a house on that property.
There it is right there.
So it is.
Don't shake up the sake.
I know. I can't even follow my own rules. So yeah, they fucking.
You can't sit with
them.
us.
They added them in. Okay. The house though is no longer, so we can't go drive by it. It was tore down, I believe, sometime in the 90s.
So they recreated it for Cobra Kai?
It's not the one that you see in Cobra Kai.
Babe, that's why. That's why everything looks different. Ashley pointed out that looks different.
That was for you, Smashley. You knew I had
As
to go see
soon
where
as we
this
saw
house
Cobra
was.
Kai and they finally brought out Mr. Miyagi's house, she was like, this is different. It's not the original.
It's not the original.
And now we know why.
The parts of the house that we see in the movie is only a portion of the actual size of the house and the actual size of the property. So, for some reason, it was sold and then it was tore down. And they put up 3 houses on that property. So, somebody might be living on Mr. Miyagi's
Sacred ground right there. Somebody got
house.
game.
Yeah. And so, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wanted to drive by it.
I need to take a drink for that one. That makes me very, very
Pour
sad.
some out in your mouth from Mr. Miyagi's house. But when I found that out, I was like, ooh, the one from Cobra Kai, then it's not the real shit. So,
I know the apartment is still there.
the apartment is still there.
Yeah.
And
It's got real water in it now.
I saw
The
pictures,
pool works.
and the pool did have water
The
in
pool works.
Because you can't live out here without a pool.
Dude.
Not if a pool...
In the valley, it gets hot as fuck out there. Oh my God.
What's the point?
Hit 110, 115 summers. It's a cruel summer in the valley.
Cruel summer,
Now you go.
only in the valley. It's a cruel...
All right, let's talk about Miss Queen of the Valley,
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Shue, aka Allie with an I.
With an eye.
With an I.
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
And we're definitely going to do Adventures in Babysitting.
Yes. Talk about Kenny from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
I do love Don't
Kenny?
Tell Mom.
Oh, hey Nicole.
Was
She ain't in this movie.
I was like, she's not
I know.
one
I
of
jumped
them.
from Karate Kid to Adventures of Babysitting to Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
I do Don't Tell Mom, but she was too old for that one by then. It
Yeah,
was like
we talked about her before. Talked about her in Cocktail.
That's right. She is in Cocktail.
In Cocktail, Back to the Future, Leaving Las Vegas.
Back to the Future 1,
2
2.
and 3.
Oh yeah,
Because she always wakes up on the porch
on
swing.
the porch. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Back to the Future 2, Electric
Yeah.
Boogaloo.
Yeah, she was
She's like, I can't
she was a replacement.
open the door.
Yeah, they replaced her. Or she
Was
the replacement. Yeah. I said it right the first time.
I mean, the girlfriend of the other one didn't really have that much to
No.
do. And in the second one, she was way more of a...
Yeah.
present. She was his wife and shit.
Agreed. And I will say another movie that I really love her in, that I will agree to do with you, Hollow Man.
That I will agree to do.
Because you know I don't like them thrillers and scary movies,
I
but
know
Hollow
you
Man.
love those movies.
Elizabeth
They're your
Shue and Kevin
favorites.
Bacon. Let's
You
go.
want to watch something that makes your heart flutter. It makes you sweat a little bit. Your palms get itchy.
I
You
want to
know,
watch movies like this where I
you might have to shut
do
your eyes a
like
little
cartwheels
bit.
and
No.
roundhouses
No.
afterwards. You know we all did that shit as kids after the movie was over.
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, I have never been to the movie theaters to see The Karate Kid, but I do remember going to go see Three Ninjas. Remember that movie?
Do I know Three Ninjas?
And me and my
loves
friend-
Emily.
Rocky
Rocky loves Emily.
That's right. That's right. Oh my god, like flashbacks of just like being a kid. And I remember going for the summer with my friends, and her mom took me, and we came out of there. Me, her, and her brother were just fucking kicking the air all the way back to the car.
Who was the best of the Three Ninjas?
Me.
No, of the kids.
Oh, the oldest one.
Nah,
The middle one.
Colt for sure. He was dead. That's why in part 3 he's the one that's up there fighting.
Wow.
The
You know, I have not seen these movies in a million
dude.
years.
I was so impressed at the end of that one when he hits the home run and then he's running around the bases and then he does backflip after backflip after backflip
That's not
all
him.
the way to home plate. That's him.
Not him.
Come back tomorrow. I got that bitch.
Okay.
I didn't want to get too close back.
You were real
I was
close.
kinda
Like
close
my
to your
hair,
face
my
on that
hair
one.
kind of fucking moved. You were
Let me
close.
get you lined up.
Okay. I know someone who likes it.
Okay, but Elizabeth Shue, we love her. She's the real Karate Kid, apparently. According, she is Miss Zenobia's Karate Kid.
Just think about it, okay? Daniel's son would have came up in this tournament and been out round one if the bitch didn't give him all the stuff. She tied his belt for him. She taught him what to do. You know, she
Which
could fight.
Ashley has a theory about this. She thinks that
Allie was there for Johnny's last 2 tournaments, and that's why she knows all the rules already.
Oh, definitely. Because if I gotta go watch some bullshit of my boyfriends, I better at least know how it works.
I'm gonna tell you some things that'll make you love her even more. One, she turned down Karate Kid Part 2, which is why they had to write her out in the beginning, and that was because she was attending Harvard.
She didn't want to go to prom with fucking Daniel's son.
She was at school. She was doing her thing, getting her degree.
In what?
Government.
Damn it. That's a good one. Is she using it?
Also, she did not want to come back for Cobra Kai, which I think is really sweet. Her rationale was that she didn't believe that the Cobra Kai audience really had an interest in finding out what happened to Allie's character. She didn't think that she was a big enough part of the Karate Kid franchise for them to bring her back.
That is bullshit. You're the only reason why they were fighting. They wouldn't be enemies if it wasn't for you. You are the reason why they're enemies.
That's true. Yeah. Always over a girl.
Yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't have picked on him if he
Man,
wasn't
we
somewhere.
dumb.
Yeah, if he wasn't trying to protect her or he wasn't trying to be a dick.
Daniel could have been like, "No, I just got here, man. You can have her."
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, this is
There's
your
blondes
your
everywhere.
piece? Yeah. Daniel didn't want to.
According to my mom, the whole world turned blonde, so you can have this one.
That is what she said.
See that? The movie's over.
And it's called the Karate Friends. And they become friends.
They just
Stick with me
riding
here.
down the highway, listening to REO Speedway.
Just hammered, okay? Just think about it. They start kind of fighting over the girl. Really, they realize that they
What are we
really
fighting
are-
for, man?
We should be homies.
Yeah.
You want to learn karate?
You're pretty good.
I know karate.
You're all right, LaRusso.
Come through. They become friends. The mean ass fucking fighting dojo fucking dude. Sensei gets fucking
Sensei Kreese.
Sensei Kreese. He gets fucking mutiny. Cobra Kai's we don't want your bad energy here.
Oh my god.
And they take over and together they run it together because they're karate what? Karate friends.
Nice. I have a theory that Chad McQueen is going to make an appearance in season 6 of Cobra Kai. He's the only one that has not been in it yet.
Well,
And Martin Cove's character needs an ally in season 6.
well,
I hope he does because I love Dutch.
Kobe is a fucking dick. He's the real enemy, the real bad person.
No, his character, Kreese, is the dick.
I'm not saying that he himself, okay? I get their difference. But his character is the one who is the worst person in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
The Cobra Kai wouldn't have been dicks if they weren't run by dicks.
Absolutely.
And he's taking these kids who have single moms and they're just trying to put their son somewhere so he don't just be jacking off and eating all her food.
This is getting very sexual.
And they just drop him off there.
In the karate world of life, you can be a dick, a pussy, or an asshole. Pussies don't like dicks. Pussies get fucked by dicks. But dicks also fuck
Good
assholes.
Yeah.
When are we gonna do that movie? America, fuck yeah.
I don't know. I have to rewatch that. It's been so long. I say yes now and then I rewatch it and I'm like, no.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Okay, maybe it is a good movie.
All right, I'm gonna leave you with a couple of quotes from Miss Elizabeth Shue.
What'd
It'll
she
make
say?
you like her even more. She said, "I may look like the girl next door, but you would not want to live next door to me."
Hey, is she like a freak? What's she doing?
I don't know, but she also famously said, "I was never put in jail, but oh god, I smoked a lot of pot."
I bet she was rich and famous in the 80s and young and pretty.
Uh-huh.
Weed is just coming to her like Snoop Dogg. Like
Oh
you know?
I
Just
would
throwing it
love
at
to
her.
see her and Snoop Dogg do a podcast where they're just getting high together.
I mean, she's a lot older now. I don't know if she's still out there smoking trees.
Snoop's a lot older. He's still smoking trees.
He never stopped, but
Who said she did?
Who knows? Who knows? You're
Don't
right.
put it past her.
California.
Clearly, she
California
is
sober.
not. It's clearly she's not a good neighbor.
State Farm is there. It's not there for her.
My neighbor.
Okay,
Oh my god.
so you ready for a fun fact?
Give me that fun fact.
All right, so you know the best part of this movie, right? You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
You're the best.
You're the best.
around. Yes.
Okay, well, this song was not for this movie.
Oh, that's right. I don't remember what movie it was for.
Originally, this movie was written. Originally, the song was written for Rocky 3.
Yes, I knew it.
Okay, and when they heard it, they were like, you know what? Let's just go with Eye of the Tiger. And so we got Eye of the Tiger. Then
Eye of the
they
Tiger
chopped
and
this
the
song
Edge.
off to Flashdance. And they're like, you know what? Flashdance, we don't want this. We want Maniac. We need to dance to Maniac, not this song.
I love
And
it.
So then finally it came to Karate Kid, and they're like, we need a song.
Yeah, and it works.
Give it to me. Now, knowing that this song was written for Rocky 3, the lyrics make a lot more sense with that movie than this movie.
Yes, but it makes sense with this movie also, and I think that the lightheartedness of it versus the depth of Eye of the Tiger, it landed where it was supposed to.
Here's the thing. Personally, I kind of, now that I know this, feel like they should switch the songs. And I still think that song should have been
You
with
think Eye of the
Rocky.
Tiger belongs with Karate Kid?
Okay, so hear me out.
Okay.
The lyrics are, history repeats itself. This is Rocky 3. And so Rocky is repeating himself. He's either going to lose or he's going to win, because the last two, that's what's happened. And 3's a great win, and he does win. I do
Clubber
love
Lang.
I do love E3. Anyway,
Easy.
I'm saying the girls had to come out for that.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I do love 3, and I think that
Who is it? Was it Rocky or was it Clubber Lang?
both?
Come on, bad boy!
Both, just their sweaty bodies.
I pity the fool that don't like the girls.
So, yeah, and then we get a good Creed and him montage of training and shit. I like that one. Anyway, so I think that You're the Best would have fit in there. History repeats itself. Try and you'll succeed. Like, the words fit better with that movie.
The words do, but the overall feel.
But the Eye of the Tiger to me fits with karate. A tiger. You're the Eye of the Tiger. I'm just saying.
I gotta disagree on this
I
one.
personally think that if you flip the songs, it would still work.
Nah, because the way that Apollo sells the Eye of the Tiger, when he is introducing Rocky to all the guys in the boxing gym, every one of them knows that he's the champ, but every one of them also believes I could take you.
But he believes he can win because he's the what? Best around.
And that's the
And
best
nothing's ever
around
gonna
in the valley.
To keep you down.
You're the best. And it's a light-hearted
It works.
song. It
It
works
works.
better, in my opinion, for Karate Kid than it does
That's
for
because you
Rocky.
can't unhear it.
Well, also, it's just, I know both of those movies inside and out, and Rocky 3 has death. It
They-
has drama. It
They
has,
both have great
yeah,
montages.
great montages, excellent soundtracks.
Yeah.
I think the songs landed where they were supposed to,
Well,
including Flashdance.
yeah, Maniac, and I can't see it any other way. I can't see her dancing like to the Maniac dance, but to fucking You're the Best. You're the best around. It doesn't work. Nothing's ever gone.
No.
You're the best dancer.
I think it works fantastically for Karate Kid because he has to fight everybody in the valley in order to prove himself, in order to find balance.
Try and you'll succeed.
The only other movie where I feel like it would have matched is Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox.
No,
But
I'm
even
gonna
that
think- I
one
don't
is
think it's it.
fantastic with the song that they have.
What song do they got?
In the win in the end.
Yeah, no, that can stay there.
You're gonna win in the end.
No, that can stay. That can Teen Wolf stay.
Absolutely, I'm saying the songs landed where they were supposed to.
You know, a higher power put them where they are.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about not karate's bad boy, but the bad boy of the '80s, William motherfucking Zabka.
aka Johnny Lawrence.
Your
Hold
Karate
on,
Kid.
let me get my.
Is that who you want as a Karate?
No,
the
okay.
kid?
Can we talk about this real quick? Can we
Yes.
talk about who the real Karate Kid is?
I already gave
Because-
you mine.
Who?
It's Allie with
Oh,
the
that's right, it's
eye
Allie.
patch.
Okay, so this all spurred up from an episode of How I Met Your Mother,
Yes.
where Barney Stinson makes a very compelling argument that
Kinda did.
Johnny Lawrence is the real Karate Kid
I
and
can't
that
tell you
he's
how
the
many-
main character.
How many articles I read about that?
It's a
this
very convincing little speech that he gives. And in that episode, both William
week. They
Zabka
both were there.
and Ralph Macchio are in there, and
And
I
Ralph is
love
like a
it.
little bitch the whole night.
Dude, he is. He's like not giving Lily any play, and she's
Yeah,
coming on to him.
she's
And
been
then by
wanting
the
to
end, she's
fuck
like,
him
"Oh,
since-
that was just an act. I love my husband."
She wanted that ass since high
Dude.
school, man.
And then William Zabka is playing a clown, and he's doing a fantastic job,
never knew.
honking his horn.
It's like, will you get out of here?
They almost didn't get me
They almost.
after so many voice
They
messages,
did.
and then finally,
Takes off his makeup.
he's just taking the wig off,
Wig
taking off the
off,
makeup,
no.
has the headband underneath. I could only respond with one answer. William Zabka.
So, do
And
you
then he
think
had a
he's the
7-episode arc in How I Met Your Mother.
Do you? He did. Do you think he
No.
is the Karate Kid?
No, I do not.
Do you
So,
think he's the bad guy?
yes, I do.
Okay.
So, hear me out here. So, me and Ashley like dove into this big time. So, obviously, Daniel is the new kid in town.
Mhm.
He is the Karate Kid because he has to learn karate. Now, everybody talks about how Johnny is the better fighter, which 99 times out of 100, Johnny's going to beat Daniel LaRusso.
I mean, he is the Karate Kid because karate is his thing.
Yes.
He lives, breathes, and it's not like he didn't just take it so he wouldn't be beat up. He
If-
took it for the art of it.
If we're talking about who is the better martial artist, Johnny, hands down.
Yes,
Now, who the story is about, Daniel, hands down.
it is. It's about
So-
him fighting the Karate Kid.
Johnny talks about being an ex-degenerate.
He's trying
He's
his best.
trying to turn things around. He's got 1 year to make things work, and that's
Yeah.
what he's going to do, make it work. The only problem is he's already has this character of being a troublemaker, and the second that he's faced with opposition that he doesn't like, he reverts back to what he knows, which is being an asshole. Which is why when you get down to the beach, Elizabeth Shue's character, Allie, kicks the ball because she's trying to save Daniel. She
Okay.
sees what's happening. She sees the guys coming down. She knows her ex-boyfriend's an asshole, so she kicks the ball to get him away so that
Okay.
she can defuse Johnny and get him away before Daniel gets involved.
I just felt she was just being a bitch.
No.
I didn't feel the urgency of that. I felt like just
That's why she's like, watch this, watch this. She's trying to get him away from the situation.
okay.
And then Johnny comes down. He starts out trying. It's almost like an alcoholic, where like he's trying to apologize for his previous behaviors, but his previous behaviors are coming out when he like takes her radio. He needs to hold something ransom in order to get her attention, rather than being a good dude and just asking and apologizing and maybe not getting the attention now, but showing her that he is trying to change.
But he's a dick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he already made up his mind about Daniel because he saw them vibing. So he strikes first because
He pushes him pretty
he
hard.
pushes him. He pushes him down to the ground. He's like, "You want it? Okay, fuck you." And he pushes him down to the ground with the radio. Now Daniel is embarrassed. He's got this new girl that he's attracted to. He can't look like a chump, so he has to do something. You feel me? So this
makes
is
sense.
why
Sense
Daniel
making.
is the main character and why Johnny is the villain. It's not because Johnny is a bad person. It's that he knows no different, and this is what he's been taught. So he does have a bit of a conscious conflict because Mr. Miyagi even says, "The student, what teacher says, student does." There's no such thing as a bad student, only bad teachers. So he is a product of Sensei Kreese. He is his prize student.
He's based off of a real sensei who
No
was
shit.
an asshole like that
Yeah.
and was ex-Marine and was just not the way of a wise sensei. He was just a very hateful, mean. And so, yeah, that's why his character is the way he is, because he's based off of a real bitch.
Yeah. And William Zabka learned martial arts. He is a black belt now. I can't remember what martial arts. Oh, sorry. It was Tang Sudo Karate. So while he didn't have any martial arts experience before Karate Kid, now he has a black belt.
Well, one, everybody probably keeps coming up to him trying to crane kick his ass.
They did!
I knew it! I
Well,
knew
they,
it!
they didn't try and crane kick him, but he talks about how when he was 19, guys would come up to him and be like, I can take you.
That's because
Which
he
led to
filmed
him
this-
getting in a number of fights when he was like
he
19,
turned
20 years old.
He turned 18 on set for this movie. No, he turned 18 a week or two before they started filming this movie.
Okay.
So, yeah, by the time it came out, he was like 19. So he was, people were just seeing his dick face, his blonde hair.
And he was
like,
all, he was the villain of the 80s.
He is the villain
So
of the 80s.
he was a villain in Back to School.
Yeah.
He was a villain in Just One of the Guys.
Oh, yeah, where she becomes a dude, right?
Yeah. So he talks about the pussy toss. 1, 2,
Yeah.
1, 2. He throws him in the fucking bushes like an asshole.
See, so
Nice
know.
tux. You look good dying in it. And he tries to punch him. He puts on
That's
his
why he's like, look,
douchebag
I need to
gloves.
learn to fight because one drunken night, someone's going to come into the bar and they're going to just come for me.
Was he an asshole in European Vacation? He plays Rick.
I don't remember him in it.
Okay. I don't remember if he was an asshole in that one.
He probably was.
Yeah.
No one's nice in that one. Is that does he have an accent? He doesn't.
No.
He doesn't.
He's not the love interest, is he?
I mean, I don't know.
He might be. I don't
I don't know
remember.
who
We'll
else he
have
would be.
maybe we'll watch that after this.
Mm.
I just remember her having a dream about eating all the pies and cakes and things. And her buttons start popping. But that being said, William is an incredibly nice guy. And he
fair.
talks about how he never set out to be a villain, but that's what his first role was. And then he got typecast always to play that type of character because he did it so well.
He does so well.
He says, like, he's a character actor. So if his first movie was a comedy, he probably could have played a geek very well.
No,
He could have
he's
ended up
too-
in Revenge of the
he
Nerds.
was
I don't
too
know.
Too good looking
Yeah.
to be geeky.
He's got that face of, like, rich
Money.
side of the tracks.
Yeah, he 80s could not play an 80s nerd. Sorry, he's too good looking. There's no glasses or whatever you can to dull him down. Even if you did the ugly duckling where you took it off, you're like, oh, he's
Sure.
really handsome. He's just handsome.
Yeah.
There's no hiding that. So
They talk about that.
I don't see that being a
Matter of
being
fact, Daniel's wife mentions that in Cobra Kai. Oh, the good-looking one from when you were a kid? I never said he was good-looking.
Oh, but he
My mistake.
I must have just saw his picture. He has his leather jacket from the movie.
Does he?
Still owns it.
I loved that jacket.
So did he, and so he's got it. I
That's
doubt he
awesome.
can fit it. I wonder what shape it's in since it's
I
been
want-
like 40 years.
If
Like,
I'm not mistaken, it was introduced in Cobra Kai and Miguel wears it.
it's
I'm
definitely-
sure it's not the same one. I'm sure they
'Cause
made
there's
another
no
one.
way in hell
It's like,
I'm
no, I'm not.
letting you-
I'm not letting you borrow this shit.
No, not for a whole. Maybe if you did one. Maybe if it was for one scene, yes. Like,
Sure.
Sarah Jessica Parker stole a lot of her clothes from
I heard about
from
that.
Sex and the City.
Yeah.
And so since we're doing like the newer and just like that,
Mm-hmm.
some things they had to go and to her vault of clothes
Mm-hmm.
to go bring clothes back that were iconic. They're like,
That's
look,
funny.
we need the wedding dress, we need this, we need that.
That's
oh
funny.
yeah, I remember you wore this in season 2, episode 8. Like, yeah, she has like everything, and it's like beautifully sealed in like a beautiful white room with
Mm-hmm.
all the. Yeah, her storage unit is like better than my apartment.
Which
Like,
makes
it's so
me
nice.
ask, how big is Matthew Broderick's closet?
No, it's a storage unit. Like,
Oh,
it's off site
shit.
because it's so much stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I just watched this whole doc on it, and I was like,
Oh my
damn,
God.
Tina. Yeah, she got them all.
That's crazy. My dude has been nominated for an Oscar. William Zabka. For best live action short. He was the writer of it.
And you gonna tell me what it is?
It's called Most. So this was back in,
Most.
I want to say 2004.
Okay.
So he was nominated for an Oscar as a writer. He has written a number of books, if I'm not mistaken, as well as scripts.
Okay.
And he loves his fans.
Because they kept him around.
Well, he loves this character. Like, a lot of actors would not enjoy when people like yell out in the street like Johnny Lawrence or something like that. He loves it.
Because
he
it's
is a
that or
super
nothing.
nice guy. No, he's done a number of things.
Yes, but there's nothing on the level of Karate Kid.
Sure, and that a lot of that can be said for a lot of these people. You can say that for Mr. Miyagi. You can say that for Daniel. You can say that for Martin Kove.
I'd
You
say
know,
that for all of them.
Karate
they
Kid
walk down the
was
street right
an
now.
astronomical movie.
Someone's
in the
gonna
80s.
scream like wax on, wax off. Like
Absolutely.
yeah, that's definitely there
But he welcomes it, is what I'm saying.
as he should.
Yeah, like
And
we
the
went
fans.
to.
If the fans didn't care,
Mm-hmm.
then it wouldn't have been a topic on How I Met Your Mother,
Yeah.
and it wouldn't have gone into the point where it's on season 5, 6 of a show.
Yeah, we went to this. Babe, what would you call it? When we were at Whiskey A Go Go
It's
with
like a sing-along
Leo, it was
kinda
it was
thing.
like a sing along sort
Yeah.
of thing. So
Cobra Kai soundtrack
yeah,
concert.
There it
basically
is.
it was a Cobra Kai soundtrack concert. So like I said, our friend Leo was the composer of Cobra Kai, and he put on a live concert of the music. And homeboy that sings "You're the Best Around" did come and do the song. And William Zabka was the only one of the adults from Cobra Kai to show up. A number of the kids showed up. Charlie Gardner showed up. Ashley was very excited. But William Zabka showed up, and he played the guitar, if I'm not mistaken. Something like
A
that.
man of many talents.
Yes.
Look at him kicking ass
Yeah.
and playing songs.
So I have a great deal of respect for William Zabka. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a great actor. And I love that what they did with his character in Cobra Kai, because I think that what he did with it and how he portrayed it, he has brought the Karate Kid franchise to an entirely new generation.
Well, and now it can span off and be whatever it wants. They could do as many spin-offs as they want.
Sure. I hope they don't.
'Cause
I
there's a
think
following
just
there.
leave it alone. You know.
Um,
Sometimes it's too much. But right now it's going good.
Did you know that he really did get hit every time they did the
crane kick?
No, not the
Oh.
crane kick. Where Ali slaps him or hits him.
Oh, I could tell. I could tell that she was not holding back.
Every take, she was bringing the force.
Yeah. You could easily tell. Nope, that's a real fucking hit.
No faking the bacon.
Now, did they tell him on the first take that she was going to hit him for real? That's the question.
I did not. I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I'd be like, look.
Because if an actor hits another actor for real without letting them know that they're going to, that's fucked up. That's disrespectful.
I say it's fine as long as you use that take because your reaction is real.
Nah, you got to be prepared for that shit. If you hit him for real like that, that's not cool.
You ready?
So, like,
Should I tell
in
you?
Wolf of Wall Street...
Should I tell you I'm going to hit you right now?
Yes, remember I gave you permission.
You did. I'm not going to hit you.
Sand the floor.
I know you're going to.
But hear me out. So, like, in Wolf of Wall Street, when Jonah Hill gets punched, he agreed to it ahead of time. You know what I mean? When Leo gets hit by his wife in front of the limo, he agreed to it ahead of time. Doesn't change anything, you know? Doesn't change their performance.
Leo is on a whole nother level, my friend.
It's a professional courtesy.
It is. But like I said, if you're going to hit him, you better use that take.
Agreed.
You better use that one because their reaction is real.
Yeah. It's almost like, sex scenes. There needs to be a conversation ahead of time.
About if you're really sticking in it.
No.
I was like, what are you going at?
No, but like when you do like a kissing scene, say for instance.
Well, then there's the intimate
You-
consultants that come through. and
That's only
fucking-
something that's come about in the last 2.5 years.
Well, how do I get that job? 'Cause
Intimacy
I actually
coordinators is a 2.5-year-old profession.
Well, how do I become one? I think I'd be really good at it.
Oh,
Do I gotta take like a class?
probably.
I'd be really good at it.
But like when you go in to kiss somebody, you have to coordinate that. You have to understand, am I going this way? Am
Well,
I
yeah,
going
'cause
this
then you can
way?
do the weird
Is my hand
awkward-
on your face? Is it around your waist? Like all of that stuff has to be thought of ahead of time.
Of course.
Like we can hear the outtakes of Pug, and me and Danielle are having conversations about how we're holding hands and how
Yeah.
like holding hands differently like changes things
Yeah.
for the relationship. Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with that, but yes. Yeah.
Where was I going with it?
I don't know.
You know what? I'm not even going to talk about this person yet because I'm going to talk about the Karate Kid, Daniel LaRusso, Mr. Ralph Macchio.
Stick with me. Karate friends. I'm gonna push this.
They
Maybe
become friends
maybe
sort
after
of
Cobra
in
Kai.
Cobra Kai.
after Cobra Kai, it's Karate Friends.
That's where I was making that joke about them riding around listening to REO Speedwagon.
I'm just saying.
Because they do that in Cobra Kai and they're singing along.
Karate
Yeah,
Friends.
you like REO Speedwagon? Yeah, who doesn't? The
Karate Friends coming next fall.
Oh my God, Karate Friends. So Ralph Macchio, aka the Karate Kid, Daniel LaRusso.
Daniel,
He is from Long Island, not Newark, New Jersey.
close enough.
Close enough, as Mr. Miyagi said. Close enough. Banzai!
Banzai!
He will never escape this role. He is the Karate Kid forever.
We've talked about him already.
Yes. Wait. The Outsiders. Yeah.
Many moons ago.
Many moons ago. Yeah. I do like his movie Beer League. That one's pretty good. It's a late 90s, early 2000s movie about intramural baseball.
I feel like the last
No.
thing I saw besides Cobra Kai
My cousin Vinny.
was my cousin Vinny.
Good ass fucking movie.
Yeah.
So you got him, Joe Pesci, Marissa Tomei. The defense is wrong.
So
Anybody
yeah.
that knows
He's been a
being
minute.
stuck in the mud out here, one tire spins, the other tire does nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The defense is wrong. I love that movie.
Yeah.
He,
We should do that one. That's a good one.
That's a great movie. I am down. He turned down a number of scripts.
I do know one that he did.
What?
That he turned down.
What are you talking about? For the Karate Kid?
After the Karate Kid.
Oh, what did you turn down?
Oh, Back to the Future.
No.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Him and What's Her Face could have been in Back to the Future together.
I feel like Spielberg would have recast him the same way that he did. What's his name? Shit.
Michael J. Fox.
No.
Well, he recast for I can't remember what his name is.
Not right now. Some
But
kind of
also
wonderful.
because I can't see anybody else. Even Ralph, I don't think he's not cool enough.
I think. Well, Michael J. Fox was their first choice in the
He was.
first place.
And he was
he
like-
was just unavailable because
he's
he was
like,
doing
"Girl,
Family Ties.
Family Ties is taking up all of my day, and they're like, "It's fine, girl. We'll use your nights."
They didn't tell him about it. The producers of Family Ties didn't even tell him that Spielberg wanted him for Back to the Future
I wouldn't either.
because he was unavailable. They didn't tell him until they went on winter break after they had already cast the movie and they were already filming.
Well, they didn't want them all tired and
Yeah.
all burnt out. Or,
So while they were
phoning it in.
filming Teen Wolf, which was an indie, they were also filming Back to the Future simultaneously. And Michael J. Fox is, "But what are they doing over there? That's a big budget over there. Got this little indie doing." but he ended up in both of them and knocked it out of the park.
And the other one has the. Never mind. Let's go.
I do agree with you though that Mr. Ralph Macchio is the least martial arts trained in this movie,
I have forever
but he's supposed to be.
thought that I could beat his ass. Even when I was a kid, I was like, I could take this fool. Like, no matter what. Like, yeah, you won, but like, I could definitely take you. I got 3 older brothers.
I
come
wonder
at
if
me.
he got the same shit that William Zabka does of like guys coming up to him like, dude, you might be the Karate Kid, but I can take you.
I don't feel like people.
I don't know.
I don't know. And Ralph's like older.
Yeah,
He was 22 when he made this,
okay.
and he still has this baby face.
Well, he has it to this day. Like, dude doesn't age.
No, he's aged. But
He's aged,
He's
but-
stopped at a point. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that. He's in the like Seth Green category where like they always have a young face regardless of how old they get.
And he's still looking like.
Like if I'm not crazy, I'm pretty
Definitely.
sure he's approaching 60. This movie came out in 1984,
Yeah.
which means they shot it in 83. He was 22 then.
Yeah.
So fast he's already
Like he turned 22 on set.
I got to know. How old is Ralph Macchio?
So. 61.
He was born in 1961, 71, 81, 91, 01, 11. He is 62 years old.
See, I was close.
My dude don't look 62 though. So I got to give him that.
8.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. He does not look 60.
Good for him.
It's not cracking.
Yeah.
It's not crack lacking. Okay, so did you know
The Muffin Man?
that he was really the Muffin Man? That he was really given that car.
No shit.
Yeah. So the producers gave him the yellow 1948 Ford Super Deluxe
Wow.
as a wrap gift.
And Allie wrecked it. In part 2.
He does still have the headband,
Yeah, I heard he does still have the headband.
and he has the championship trophy.
Nice.
So yeah, those things are still given to. He still keeps those.
You got to keep certain things.
And like, I don't know if he knew that the movie was going to be as big as it was, but he still was like, "Yeah, let me get this fucking trophy."
Mm-hmm.
And they gave him the car.
That's crazy.
So
That alone suggests like, wow.
they
They
really
give you a car, they have high aspirations for the movie.
they really wanted him because they saw what he did in Outsiders, and they were like, "Yeah, he seems like our Danielson." So much that they changed his name. It was Daniel like Cobb or something, like some regular
Sounds blonde.
yeah, some white name.
Yeah.
And so they were like, "Well, I mean, he's like
He's Italian.
Italian, so let's just go with
Yeah,
it."
let's go LaRusso.
Perfect.
Yeah.
hmm
Okay. And back then, like, Italian is as white as you can go would still, or as dark as you can go would still being considered white.
Yep.
Okay. I like that. Daniel LaRusso. We only got one person left to talk
Wait,
about.
I got another fact on him.
Give me that fun fact.
Okay, so at the time of filming this movie, Coca-Cola owned Columbia. And so because they owned them, they would make sure that they would do their product placement throughout their movies. This was kind of against Ralph's way. He was not all about the product placement. And so the scene before the Halloween party where they're in Mr. Miyagi's little shed and he's like cutting the pumpkins and Daniel has a Sprite in his hand. They filmed that over and over and over because he kept covering the logo, and they're like, "Look, we need just a little of this so that the studio will let us do this, but you just kind of have to barely show it. You don't have to present it."
Wow.
And so yeah, they finally after many takes got enough Sprite logo that the company would be fine with it. Isn't that horrible?
It is. It's very upsetting. I hate product placement, but at the same time, if it's good product placement, if it's a company that you can get behind, that's one thing. Coke, I wouldn't say is that company. But, I would have loved to have had product placement for my movie.
I mean, yeah.
But sometimes you got a movie that's just way under the radar. And so I could call Everlast or any of these companies and be like, hey, let me get some heavy bags. Let me get some boxing gloves. Let me get some Ray's boxing gloves.
If you wanted to, that's true. Do you know who else was up for this role?
Mm-mm.
You do know these two gentlemen.
Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
Yes!
And the other one?
Emilio Estevez.
No, that would have been funny.
That
It was
would've
like
been
a tag. Either one. Just give me one of them.
Rob Lowe.
Nope.
Tom Cruise.
No.
Tell me or I'll kill you.
Oh my God. Okay, Sean Penn.
Okay.
Yeah, we're up for these roles, but they
Okay.
both turned them down. They're like,
You didn't know where that was from.
No, I don't.
That's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. When Hillary's trying to set up Will with Marissa Redmond.
Oh, okay.
Miss Queen Latifah. Jodie Watley.
Yeah.
Jenny Jackson. Tell me I'll kill you.
That's right. That is right. But yeah.
I can see Sean Penn. I can't see Sean Penn in this one. Sean Penn is too experienced.
Look, the reason why neither one of these would work because neither one of them I could see being bullied.
Yeah, that's the thing. Neither one of them would get bullied.
Nah. They're bullies.
You need that scrawniness. And Ralph Macchio was scrawny
He
at
was
this time.
very scrawny.
Yeah. Damn. He thickened up for part 3.
That's what I kept reading. Everyone was like, and he got fat in part 3. And I'm like, well, he's just a man now. Like, how many years ago?
It was 5 years later that they did part 3.
Yeah, he's 27.
And they wrote it as if it was the very next year.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that. He can't be
because he
graduated
still
from high
has to be
school.
under 18. So technically, he's 27,
Oh, to be a kid, huh?
28 years old when he's filming part 3.
Or else it's the karate
Yeah.
adult.
Now, personally, part 2, I think, is when he is looking his best.
Karate man.
Yeah, he's not
They
as
can name it
skinny
that.
as he is in part 1.
Karate
He's a
dude.
little more handsome in part 2.
Karate guy.
Yeah.
Karate guy. They can name it anything once you're not a kid no
Yeah.
more.
And his style is a little better. I like that sweater vest that he wears when he goes out
No more
dancing
sweater
with
vests
Kumiko.
in this stupid movie.
Nah, it's straight.
No more.
Not like Allie's
Allie's
sweater vest.
ugly,
That was some
stupid.
bullshit. No.
Why you do my girl like that, y'all? Why? She's
Yeah.
too cute for this.
I know. I
She
agree.
needs to go babysit. Fuck these guys. Do her wrong like that.
Terrible what they did to her.
All right, I got a fun fact. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, I thought you said mm-mm.
No, I was saying,
Okay.
I was simping.
Let's talk about the other star of this movie,
Oh my god. The Valley?
the dojo.
The Dojo. Okay.
Okay, so the front interior is 5376 Wilshire Boulevard. And if you should happen to go by there right now, it's called the Wig Shop.
What?
Yeah, it's called the Wig Shop.
Oh my god.
I'm kind of interested into like go see what kind of wigs they have. I do love me a good wig. So yeah,
Okay.
there's that. It's not that far from here. We could actually
No, it's not.
go.
Google Maps that shit right now.
But the interior is 5223 Lakeshore Boulevard
Lancashire?
in NoHo. Yeah, what'd I say?
Lakeshire.
Oh, I'm hot and I'm drunk.
Okay.
It's in North Hollywood.
Okay.
So
That's a stone's throw from Playhouse West.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but
Jason
you're
Bateman.
so right. And it is no longer a dojo like it used to be for Karate Kid 1 and 3. It's where they filmed that. but it is now called the House of Intuition North Hollywood.
The fuck?
That's what I said, and I looked it up, and they sell stones and crystals.
No ho. What are you doing?
So no more karate.
Just good energy.
Just good energy and crystals. And,
Okay.
you know, so again, there's no place for us to go
Got you.
for this movie besides golf and stuff.
Mr. Miyagi be rolling.
Good thing we got to
We
go.
still got golf and stuff.
because that was worth the trip.
Bring some shoes.
Bring some closed-toed shoes, guys. Don't let them get you. Don't let them get you.
All right. Well, the man of the hour, Mr. Noriyuki Pat Morita. Mr. Miyagi. As you
Miyagi.
said, nominated for Best Supporting Actor
Yeah.
for his portrayal of Mr. Miyagi, which I love.
You did a great job.
He did a fantastic job, not just in this movie, but in part 2, 3, and technically 4, The Next Karate Kid. I seen it. I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
I mean, I've been watching it a long time. Little kid me thought it was amazing. Maybe just because it was a girl. And it was like the newest one that came out in the 90s. So,
As you said, boys easier.
yeah.
And like you said, the studio did not want him.
They did not.
All they saw was Arnold
Arnold.
from Happy Days. It's like, he's a comedian.
And that's
We don't need a comedian for this role.
hilarious
How
because
dare
me,
you.
as a little kid watching Happy Days, was like, what is Mr. Miyagi doing speaking normally and owning a diner? It blew my fucking mind. So, yes. you
And they
might think-
replaced him on Happy Days with some big nose dude.
the white dude.
Sal's or something like
Sal.
that.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. They had no business replacing him.
I mean, I just thought it was crazy Mr. Miyagi was on there. I swear to you. As a kid, it blew my mind.
That he was on Happy Days?
Yes.
Sunday, Monday, Happy Days.
I was like, what the fuck?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Happy Days.
Who taught you to
Thursday,
speak
Friday,
English?
Happy
What's
Days.
going on?
Saturday, what a day. Moving all week with you.
Boom, 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 boom.
These days are mine. Anyway.
Oh, happy days.
Yeah, it blows my mind how much the studios and the producers intervene with the art of movie making. It makes me wonder how good some movies could have been had artists not conceded to the business end of filmmaking. Because it seems like every time an artist fights for something, it makes the movie better.
I mean, yes.
Like-
They didn't want him to be in this movie at all. They made him audition 5 times before they even were like, okay. And once they did and they put him in the movie, they saw the potential of how great he is and was like, we should have put you in there the whole time.
Did they apologize to him?
I believe a producer was like, our biggest mistake was almost not having you or something like that. So, you know,
I'll say this. Comedians are some of the best dramatic actors
and
in
when
the
I
world.
kept reading that, I kept going, but like, they're the best.
They are. Look at Robin Williams.
They're the
Incredibly
best.
funny, incredibly powerful dramatic
Look at
actor.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg. Jim Carrey. Jim Neeb did an incredible job in my movie.
Even-
And he is a comedic actor.
Even Kevin Hart does good fucking drama shit.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
What was that movie he did with Bryan Cranston? Another one. Bryan Cranston. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Also incredibly depth.
And in my head, I always, you know, just see him running around in his drawers, you know, Malcolm in the Middle style. Like, yeah,
I thought you were
definitely.
talking about
Like in the desert?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, both times. Either way, he's in his drawers.
Selling that sweet, sweet meth.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But, you know, it just, yeah, it drives me nuts when the business side gets in the way of the art side. Leave me alone and I promise I will make you money.
So Mr. Miyagi was part of the 442nd Regiment
Yes.
combat team, who was mostly Japanese American soldiers, many of them from internment camps, and they fought in England during World War II,
Yeah, fought the
and they are
Germans.
the most highly decorated unit in the U.S. military history. So that just kind of shows you some backstory of like how badass Mr. Miyagi is. He's not just like, oh, I was in the army and I
No.
was a cook. Nah, bitch, he was top flight of the world.
Top
Craig.
flight of the world, Craig.
Yeah, for real.
Well, they talk about that in part 3, when he asks him. He's like, Terry Silver mentions the 442nd. He's like, oh man, more medals of honor got handed out to the 442nd than all of like World War II put together, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Something like that, yeah. They
I've
did the
been,
damn
you
thing.
know.
Yeah. You respect that man. Put some respect on his name.
Another 2-word answer, Mr. Silva. Have been. Do know.
That's not this movie though.
That's not this movie though. We'll all get together in Karate Kid Part 2 and 3.
Okay.
The search for more money.
For real.
I would be remiss if I did not mention his fantastic portrayal of the Emperor in Mulan.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You have destroyed my palace,
He's the guy.
and you have saved us all.
He's such a talent. Okay.
Yeah. My man's got 175 TV and film credits.
Damn, Gina.
Yeah. And he famously said, it's been a career filled with very low valleys and some wonderful high peaks.
Well, when he was getting cast for this, when they were trying to cast for this role, he didn't even live here.
Where's he at?
He was living in Hawaii.
HWAII.
And he was sitting there doing stand up and, things like that, just kind of scraping by. And he was like,
Yeah, I didn't love his nickname. That was some fucked up shit.
I don't know what it is, and I'm scared to ask.
I don't even want to say it.
Okay, then we won't. So yeah, he was there, and then he was like, all right, let me give this like Hollywood shit one more time.
Okay.
And so he called his agent, and he came out here, and they're like, look, they're looking for any Asian man at this point, older Asian man. Like, I know drama's not really your thing, but I could submit you and you could go. And so he was like, all right, cool. Well, I'll just try it. And he went, and he's the one who came up with Mr. Miyagi's like deep raspy voice and his, so his monotonous, short answers. All of that was kind of his creation. And they
Character
loved it.
breakdown.
They
Gotcha.
loved it. He also came up with the bandana. It was like a prop in his pocket, and he gave it to Daniel, and they kind of went with it, and it became iconic.
Smell bad, heal good.
Exact.
Take a sip.
What? What else? He is the one who came up with the logo on the back of Daniel's.
The bonsai tree
Yeah,
with the sun setting behind it.
all of that. That was his idea of like
Okay.
what they should add on there. So
I love that.
the song that he's singing when he's drunk is
I'm not gonna butcher it, but I know what you're
I
talking about.
don't know how to sing it, but the song. Oh,
I'm not saying anything. I'm just making sounds, but
it sounded good.
Yeah.
It sounded good. Well, that was a real song that he heard when he was in an internment camp back in the day, and people would sing that, and so that was not in the script. That was more of
that's just him.
that was just him.
I love he's when they're at the tournament and he's speaking Japanese because Daniel's like, she's his translator,
translator.
and I can't understand his instructions without her. And so he starts speaking Japanese, and Elizabeth Shue was like, oh, you remind him of an uncle he had back in Tokyo.
like, oh.
I guess it's okay. Oh, he says you're very kind. Thank you.
You're
Welcome.
welcome. He looks at him like,
Motherfucker, you can speak English, you liar.
I mean, thank you. I can't speak Spanish, but I can say
Gracias.
thank you and you're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, I could do that much.
Yeah, but he does it in a way that's
comedic.
It is comedic.
He's comedic. He does some moments in here that are just hilarious.
I do love when he's laughing when he
When he falls in the boat. Oh,
Daniel
Daniel,
in the
son,
water.
you are wet behind here. He almost
just
falls
too-
out of the boat
They
himself.
couldn't even keep it together. It was hilarious. They both scared the fish. The fish gone.
Oh yeah, the fish were gone.
Okay, so Mr. Miyagi's workshop
Uh-huh.
was built. They basically took a parking spot and then they built a wall on it and a door.
No shit.
So if you look, it's like a carport,
Mm-hmm.
and then like there's like one spot, and then
which is why they're
Wow.
looking through the like chicken wire.
kind of yeah.
Okay.
It's because it's not real.
Okay.
Somebody for a couple weeks didn't have a parking spot. That's
Well,
for sure.
it's a bigger footprint than that because they gotta light it. They gotta get the cameras on the outside.
This is just for the outside. I don't know what the inside was about.
Oh, okay.
But when he comes out and he sticks his head out and he's like, "Boo-boo-doo," that's, or where Daniel's looking for him and he has to find the door. That outside part is a build.
Got you.
So somebody didn't have a spot, like I said.
That's fucked up.
That is fucked up because I come home from late, and if I gotta park on the street, ugh,
I'm not having it.
not happy.
You're gonna have to pay me some money for that.
Drop it into my hand.
And they will.
I know.
They
I
absolutely
would.
will.
I'd be like, you making a movie and I gotta be out. Oh yeah, you go add another.
I heard
zero.
that there were, or there may still be, there's gardeners in Hollywood that will follow film crews around and start cutting somebody's grass where they're setting up just so that they can get paid to stop. It's not even somebody who they're like employed by.
That's hilarious because like the person's like, I don't know who these gardeners are.
But they
I
cut
don't
my
even.
grass.
I don't even have gardeners.
Dude, well, it's usually in a nice area, which
So they
they
do
all
that.
have gardeners.
You're like,
and
my gardeners
most
come
of
on
these
Wednesdays.
people don't know who their gardeners are.
I that's true because I'd be closing the door. They were here today and they were just like, oh, I was all kinds of pissed. I was like, let me close this fuck shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right. I couldn't pick them out of a lineup. Damn. I'm gonna pay more attention though because you called me out.
You see what I mean? But hey, you can make a quick little payout if you
Well,
follow a film crew around.
That's
I
what
gotta
we
do
need.
it. This is my job. What? No. What are you gonna pay me?
I'd be like,
Yeah.
there's not even
All
gas
right,
in the
sucker.
fucking mower, dude. You're a lying bitch.
It's electric.
Solar panel.
Last thing I'll say is that Mr. Pat Morita did pass away in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the day, and I was very sad.
He left behind a great legacy.
He did, yeah. And unfortunately, it was due to kidney failure, which is not the way that you want to go.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah. Cheers to Pat Morita.
Cheers. I don't have any more. But I got one more
Me
fact.
too. I got a little lemon in this.
All right, so you know the line.
You know what? Give me some sake.
All right, but you have to hold it with two hands.
Okay. I'll do it. It's for Pat. That's good.
There you go.
Treat it like Danielson. Yeah. Bonsai. Ooh.
Okay.
By itself, I can taste the rice.
So okay, you're right. I mixed it with a bunch of shit. Okay, so the line, get him a body bag.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah. By the
Get that
fucking
annoying ass laugh.
psycho.
Okay. The fly has been dealt with.
You
We
better,
ready?
better be because that shit was buzzing in
No
my
more buzzing around the
That was
microphone.
the weirdest.
I heard it. It was like
it was in my ear. But really, it was
Fucker.
the weirdest shit, bitch. Okay, well, I'm out.
I'm out.
Hey, okay. Well, you guys, I guess we did it.
That is our episode.
We made it through. We're gonna go have another night at golf and stuff
Yes.
with our closed-toed shoes, Smashley.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some pie.
I'm so ready for this homemade
guys,
apple pie.
Miss Zenobia made the nicest looking apple pie.
Mm.
I am ready. We should have got some ice cream. I might have to make an ice cream run.
I don't know where you're gonna go. It's 1 o'clock.
7-Eleven. It's 1 o'clock. They're not always doing business, but they're
It's
always
open.
open.
It's true. It's so true.
We'll do that movie one of these days.
Well, okay, so we did it.
We did it.
Thank you, everybody, for listening and following us on all the podcast players.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any movies or drink requests, please send into our email, lightscameracocktail, no S,
No S. Get that S out of there.
at gmail.com, and we will consider it depending on what movie and drink it is. Nothing but Jaeger for Mr. Jason.
Is that an unfair request?
It's not. Please add extra champs.
Unless we do Liar Liar, in which case, I'll throw up and it'll sound like Jim Carrey.
No, that's not what it is.
That's from Liar Liar.
That is. For some reason, I've been thinking about Bruce Almighty. Anyway,
Oh my
God.
That's Steve Carell.
That is Steve Carell. So, yes. I don't know. Am I forgetting something? I'm so hot.
No, we got a scene to do.
We do have a scene to do. We'll be back next week. We have a special guest next week.
Yes, we do. It's a returning guest.
A returning guest.
We've had this guest on before. I'm very excited. It's a very attractive guest. I'm not going to lie. I said it. Ashley can get mad at me if she wants.
I'm just a little, jelly sometimes. Truth.
Too hot. All right. And we have not rehearsed this scene at all as, things happen. So we're going to do what we can do. But here's a scene for next episode and the next movie. I got that right this time.
Yay! Look at us. We're doing things.
I'm not as drunk as normal.
Saying things right. We did stop after 2. That was a good one. But I might make one more after this.
It was a good one.
Okay.
I got the first line.
Yeah, I was like,
All right.
that's.
And here we go. Take 1. There's 3 days left in May. That gives us 63 hours to round up the guys and get them.
Great. We could talk about this over dinner.
What? No. We have to go now.
Don't you have some bathrooms to clean or something?
Technically, yes, but
All right. Well, you go. All right. Well, you know what? Take this ridiculous thing off.
take 2, baby.
Take 2, baby. Okay. All right. Well,
Here,
you
I'll
know
give you
what?
something to take off.
Take this ridiculous thing off and get to it. We'll talk about this later.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
I'm glistening.
Here, I'll give you something to take off.
What you gonna take off?
Oh, you're going to take it off.
I'm taking it off.
Don't take that off.
Oh, okay.
No, you can take this off.
Okay. Take it off. All right.
It's a little ridiculous.
Not for what we're doing, but
Not
yes.
for what we're doing.
On a regular day, I would have. Yes.
All right, here we go. Take 2.
Okay.
There's 3 days left in May. That gives us 63 hours to round up the guys and get them.
Great. We could talk about this over dinner.
What? No. We have to go now.
Don't you have some bathrooms to clean or something?
Technically, yes, but
Well, all right. You know what? Take this ridiculous thing off and get to it. We'll talk about it later.
I'll resign, Bob.
Fine. You don't have to resign. You're fired.
Good. Because the benefits here suck.
No, they don't.
He's right. Benefits actually are really good. I couldn't get it out.
He's just like saying it to no one in the hallway. They
All right,
know.
you guys. That's our scene.
We
I hope you
made
know
it.
that movie. I'm very excited. It's
Oh.
one of my favorite newer movies of like the last 5 years. So we'll see you guys next week
Yes.
on Light, Camera, Cocktail.
Cocktails. Get him a body bag.
You don't gotta give me a body bag. I'm the best around.
You are. You made it through the show. Your body. I am the best.